Clever Sheep, pull up. We're doing a review on your video. And I'm going to do a review on this video because it's funny how people can put out this content, and make up anything they want and think they're not going to get a response from it. So let's continue the video. I'm going to be showing you. I'm not just going to be talking or arguing because that's a feminine trait. That's a effeminate trait. And that's what clowns like this do when they see a video they don't like about BWs. They argue. I get more women than you. You don't get no women. You an incel. This is a sign of autism. Autism is what you do. You repeat the same thing over and over again when you hear something you don't like. And this is what you're going to see in this video. This is why I call this clown autistic. And I say he had a speech impediment because that's what he sounds like. But he is really autistic. And he's going to show you that in this video. So let's start the video. I don't got time to go and talk about all this. Let's start the video.
To the Black Man River. I made this like 2 weeks ago. And we gonna play it. And when I start playing the video, just throw a 1 in the chat if the volume is right. Y'all can hear the video. Y'all can hear what's going on. Man.
Let's start the video. It's taking too long.
This is who you have on YouTube. Now, first we already got to the point where it's not even funny because it wasn't accurate. He took a clip out of
Okay, nothing you say your video is accurate, you dumb motherfucker. So what's the point?
Where I talked about my mom's, which was after I talked about being raised by my dad. Because I was raised by 2 parents. I was raised by a mother and a father.
What you brought up, you was mostly raised by your mom. That's what my point in the video. That's why you got triggered by my video, besides you simple for BWs.
I don't know about not knowing my dad. I don't know about not having a father in my life. I was raised with a mother in my life and a father in my life. In the video, I talked about my dad first. And he just cut the video off there and started where I started talking about my mom. So it seemed like I was raised by a single mother. I can't be that.
But this is exactly what he did in my video. He cut the video off to fit his narrative of his platform. This is what these content creators do. They cut the narrative off to fit the platform of their video. And to say, oh, this is what black men do. This is what black men are. All types of stupid shit. This is what he used as content for his video. So I use you as an example, like I'm using your dumb ass as an example in this video. That's what I'm doing, because you're a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because that's fair. Because I took a clip out of his video, so you can start clicking mine. He don't got to start
Exactly.
I didn't start from the beginning of his, he don't got to start from the beginning of mine.
Nope.
He can at least be honest and be truthful to the video, because if you watch the video, what he says is going to sound stupid. I lived in a house with my mother.
Be honest.
I wasn't raised by a single mother. I was raised by a mother and a father. I just lived with my mother for the most part.
Right, but you was raised mostly by your single mom. That's what your video said.
The videos triggered over a video I did, the creature that attacked the black man and white woman couple. Very interesting how people with speech impediments and possibly autism can come online on YouTube. Of course, all places, especially black YouTube, can do this and white YouTube.
Let's talk about that word trigger real quick. He loved that word trigger. Why does he decide to use the word trigger? To label my emotions towards his video. He says the word trigger because I made fun of him in the whole video. I made a whole video making fun of him and making fun of what he stands for. I wasn't triggered by anything. I was in the video laughing, telling y'all I get a laugh out of this and find it humorous. But he says trigger because he wants to feel important. This is, like I said in the video, this is a dude who's gotten probably bullied all his life. Wasn't shown no love by no mama, no teacher, no aunties, no grandmas. So he uses the word trigger.
This is what I mean. You got 624 views on your video. I don't need to feel important from you, nigga. You with nobody. You got 624 views on your video. You've been here for a year. What importance do I need? What importance am I gonna get from doing a video on you? And this is what I mean by he has autism. You got bullied your whole life by kids. Okay, that's funny once you say it. I mean, maybe it's funny to some people in your first video. Once you start repeating it over and over again, you just look dumb, because I'm just gonna show you in this video how stupid you look. I'm just gonna prove it. That's all I'm gonna do. You're repeating the same thing over and over again. That's why I say you have autism. Proving my point. This is what happens when you get autistic niggas on YouTube and you give them a few followers or a bunch of crusty femcel BWs. And this is what I mean. That only person a femcel, an incel is someone who doesn't get women. So you might as well be an incel because you're getting the default woman that anyone can get. You got these creatures paying a pink pill course on how to get a white man. You think you are some sort of accomplishment getting these creatures. It's nothing. I get BWs. I don't want BWs. Just like a lot of people don't. Just like a lot of other races of men have them as the least dating responses on dating websites. I mean, seriously, this is what it is. This is what you have with these clowns on YouTube. I mean, it's stupid. Let's continue the video.
Make himself feel important. Well, it's obvious I wasn't triggered. I was in the video laughing, making fun of my nigga. But he calls it trigger. Now, speech impediment, autism. If you listen to the video right now, you can clearly tell I don't have a speech impediment. I don't have autism by any means. If anybody has a speech impediment, it will be him. Because he talks.
I already said why he had autism. I don't need to repeat that. Let's continue the video.
Like he has Asperger's. He talks like he's high functioning Asperger's. Like he.
Right, but I spoke in front of universities, in front of thousands of people. I spoke in front of high schools, in front of thousands of people, but I sound like I have Asperger's. Nigga, you fucking sound stupid.
He's not used to social contact outside, but he can mic up without camming up and, talking to a microphone on YouTube with that trash ass mic, with that trash ass cadence. Let's keep going.
YouTube, for sure. You can't do it in Hispanic YouTube. You can't do it in Asian YouTube. This is only possible with black YouTube, where you can come online and you can be this alpha male that you want to be, that you want to live like, and you can have people paying you to be a dating coach, which is sad because you bound to bear white men don't be a dating coach. You get a big up.
Paying to be a dating coach. Now, maybe he knows more than I do about what I do on YouTube, but I don't recall ever charging dudes for dating advice. I never said I was a dating coach. I never said I was a dating guru. I never said I was a dating expert, female nature expert, red pill coach. I've never been a coach of anything. is fitness, particularly strength and conditioning. That's the only thing I know how to coach. I don't even know how to be a dating coach. I've never charged a dude for dating advice. I don't even talk about dating in my content. Now what I do is introduce self-improvement through the lens of dating, because that's how most niggas are gonna listen. You know, a lot of dudes, they gonna improve themselves unless they get some kind of benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I do. I implement the dating and mating realm to get to the self-improvement, because that's how more dudes are gonna listen. So, you know, I've never been a dating coach. Y'all know I ain't never been no dating coach, but he calls me a dating coach. So you see, that's the part when it comes to trying to cook somebody. It has to at least be somewhat accurate. Everything cannot be completely false while you're trying to cook, because it sounds stupid. But I know when you get on YouTube, you know, his viewers don't know me. He got the same NCL viewers that represent him and relate to him. They wouldn't relate to my content. I made a whole video talking about niggas like him wouldn't be working on my content, on my channel. You know, so he could just talk about me however, because they don't know me. I don't know it, which is fair. You know, I talked about him, he could talk about me, I don't really give a fuck. But because it was so lame, and I'm pretty much done with my studies on my work today, and I don't have a meeting until 8 o'clock tonight.
Okay, let's look at the women he get, because he calling people incel. Let's just take a look at the women he get. Because I'm not gonna argue with this bum ass nigga, man. That's a waste of time. I'm just show you the type of woman he get. Let's show you. So this is just one woman he has in his comment section on his profile. So I'm not gonna add too much commentary on her right now. She's gonna be more relevant later in the video, based on something that he says, based on a statement that he makes, which contradicts his statement and actually applies to him. But I just want to show you a picture of her right now. You know, we're gonna talk about her later in the video. That's it. So first, let's read what an incel is. So an incel is a member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. So this is interesting because, I mean, we can read this message right here, and I'm going to read it for slow people because, you know, I'm pretty sure the person watching this video, you know, can't read. He can't dissect certain information. He has autism, so he resorts to using certain words that he doesn't know the meaning of when people make a video that he doesn't like. All right, that's what he's doing. So we're going to define incel, and we're going to see how it aligns with this right here. So as you can see in the message, it says, hey. I said, hey, what are you up to? And I said, can I take you out for some hot tub and drinks? Huh. So you put two and two together. What does that sound like? Let's read it again. A member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually. Now, let's put two and two together. This is basic math. Since people go to the top University of Michigan, but they don't understand basic math or have any logic, and they think like the woman they worship. So let's just read it again. That sounds lovely. Oh, and let's read this one too. You are very handsome, by the way, with a wink. Huh. You know, and I met this person and we chopped it up, you know. I still talk to her to this day. I'm still seeing her to this day. And I can even pull up the Michigan University and see who really is an incel, who really can't get these women that I talk to. Because like I said before, you know, I got clowns like this that make their pussy dry. That's not something I'm making up. I'm dead serious. You know, you got clowns like this who sit on YouTube all day crying over these creatures that they worship. And when they get called out, they won't make a 2-hour video. A 2-hour video. That's how you know someone's triggered. Now, it says right here, I'm from Toledo area. Are you? Or it says, I'm from Toledo area. You? And I say I'm from Michigan. We're so close. We're beyond the state. What's the other contact info? And after that, I'm going to leave it right here because I ain't trying to expose your information for this clown. I don't know. On the internet. You know, I'm just here to show you and use this bum as an example to what I'm talking about. And these clowns who worship these women. You know, these creatures. All right?
So as you can see, she's a financial representative. And she goes to Ohio State. That's what college she goes to. Obviously, she's from home because COVID and everything. She's getting her master's degree in finance. But, you know, typically, I don't think an incel would be able to attract these type of women. You know, this is what an incel is, someone that cannot get women. In short, that's what an incel is. Right? So this is the word he uses to describe me and people on this side of the channel or in this space. That's why you got to use his dumbass as an example. And, I mean, I met this girl, like I said before. Kicked it up. We did what we did. But, it's just crazy how the woman that he's saying that he's interested in, as far as character goes, is the woman that I can get, the woman that he wants. And this is with BWs too. Now we can see what she looks like. We can see she's actually not fully white. She's mixed. Her dad is Arabic and her mother is Caucasian. Alright? But it's just funny how a man who's an incel is getting matches from these women on dating sites. A man who's an incel is meeting these type of women in person, at bars, at clubs, at college campuses, in the corporate field, at business meetings, at meetup events, through people, at parties, and so forth. Now here I want to show you this BW that matched for me. I'm going to be matching with a lot of BWs just to prove a point or use this dumbass as an example about my content, about my channel, showing you I really know what I'm talking about to dumbasses like this, using this dumbass as an example, this simp as an example. And he even has this BW. This is the type of BW that he goes for. Now this is a Jason Pope victim. This is who he go for. You know, after she get done on ghetto gaggers, you know, getting peed on, you know, shitted on, you know, he comes up and he kisses it. Licks the pee off the face, you know, all types of nasty shit. Because this is what happens when you have no self-respect for yourself. I mean, this is what happens when you cry over another man not wanting a BW. And as you can see, I don't have a problem getting BWs, as you're seeing on the screen right now. These are the type of women that he go for. This is his preference, okay? These are the women that he say I can't get, all right? Like I said, I'm going to be matching with these women a lot today because I need to use them in this video. So I can use this dumbass as an example. So you're going to be seeing a lot of these BWs in this video today. Because if you're going to come to my channel and post certain stuff about my channel, you got to know what you're talking about. Because you're just going to look stupid. You set yourself up. I mean, you allowed yourself to be vulnerable for me to use as an example. And here's your queen right here. Here's the black queen that he worships. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen that she's in college. But I see these other girls too, you know, as you can see going down, I got matched by BWs. I didn't respond to them. I didn't want them. And here's one, Lisa. Let's use this as an example. A BW that I wasn't really interested in because I was talking to other non-BWs. Let's use her as an example. Because these are the type of BWs that he goes for. That he simps for. You see? And this is how you got to expose these dudes, man. You got to expose these dudes. If you're going to call someone an incel, make sure you know the meaning of the definition first. You know, you got Google. You know, you should be able to Google the definition of incel before you use it. Alright? I mean, just because someone doesn't say what you like and hurt your feelings, hurt your ego, they can get BWs that you can only dream of getting. Or you have to jump hurdles to get. Doesn't make them an incel. Probably makes you an incel. That's probably what the followers he got on his channel are. They're probably incels. Don't call people on this side of the channel incel, because I don't know anyone on this channel that's an incel. I don't. But let's get into the video. Gotta use this dumb as an example.
Was just gonna leave it alone, but you know, every now and then you gotta make an example out of niggas. So let's keep going.
Make an example out of niggas. Make an example out of niggas. Well, you're doing a bad job at that. You know, you call my viewers an incel. You call me an incel. But you got gay people, you got gay men on your profile who follow you. And you got a bunch of low self-esteem BWs who follow you. Any man who has to pay another man for certain advice, which is what some of your videos are about. That's why I called your bitch ass a dating coach. How to get women. That would be an incel by definition. You can't just use the word. You know, I know you got autism. You just use words you don't know the meaning of and repeat them over and over again. You got bullied by girls because you don't like BWs. That's your logic. You an incel. Bullied by girls. Over and over again. But you just can't use words to describe people, because I could just prove you wrong in this video. I mean, I could just post the receipts, bitch ass nigga. But let's continue the video, see what else he has to say.
And the fact that you think that I can't get a BW, I don't want a BW. I have no problem getting a BW. But you have people like this who make videos and promote stuff like this.
So y'all heard what he said, right? He said, I have no problem problem getting a black woman. I don't want a black woman. I have no problem getting black women. Well, let's look at his channel. Let's look at what this dude makes his channel based off of. When something goes wrong, it's as exclusive to Cynthia G. Cynthia G follower, aka Krusty. What black women really choose and what black men really choose. The new Bachelor is black women's worst nightmare. What black women really choose, the real reason why black women cheer for white men in combat. He calls them queens, with that facetious KWEEN. What else? Let's read some more titles. Black Queen, Krusty, Jessica X destroys Krusty, black woman pretend to be a white woman. So when you look through his content, every single video of his is made based on black women. Why I'm SBM and black men are waking up. You have no problem getting black women, but every video you do is about how much you hate black women.
This is how stupid this dude is. So, first and foremost, none of my content has anything to do with being in relationships with these BWs, with these creatures. Not one video has anything to do specifically about being in a relationship or dating a BW, or how to date a BW. Or BWs don't want me, or BWs don't find me attractive. If you watch the video, you dumbass nigga. All my videos that you're reviewing, that you're reading the title of, they are responding to femcells, which is Jessica X destroy colorism crybaby femcells, which is right in the title. The opposite of the people who watch you. The opposite of what you're accusing me of. What you are in reality. That's what that video is about. It has nothing to do with dating a BW. Now, the other video, I didn't even add commentary to it. I just posted it. How your queens really feel about your dumb ass. Her words, not mine. I didn't even add commentary to it. Then I got a series of what they really choose and what we really choose. Because I'm controlling my own image. I'm not letting no one push out and put out certain content and cherry pick content because they're a femcell and they want to put out certain content that they want to put out. So because I'm doing these things, that means that I have a problem getting BWs because I'm responding to the stupidity. And I'm also doing videos on the HIVs, the herpes. 50% of them have herpes. Them giving it back to certain dumbass niggas like you. No, I don't date them, so it's not affecting me. But other black men, delusional black men, retarded black men, that's what my videos are about. But if you don't actually watch the video, and if you watch the video and you just dissect certain information that hurts your feelings, oh, you talking about BW, you talking about the queens. No, you don't actually get the information from the video because you're stupid. Then maybe you would take it as you hate BW because you're a simp, you're a bitch. That's why I called you a simp. The video isn't to make you feel better, help you sleep at night, not hurt your feelings. It's the truth. And the truth hurts sometimes for people who meet the description of the truth. That's what my videos are about. So at least get the facts right. At least get the facts right. If you're going to do a review on it, if you're going to do a response to it, pull up, we're reviewing your video. At least do your research. And at least make sense when you talk. Wait, let's rewind that back.
How much you hate black women? They say, when someone hates something, that thing has defeated them.
So hate is an extreme dislike for someone to where you're obsessed with them. You made a 2-hour video, 2 minutes and 54 seconds. I made a video that's 4 minutes. I made a video that's 6 minutes, 28 seconds. I made a video that's 17 minutes. I made a video that's 14 minutes. I made a video that's 4 minutes, 37 seconds. It would take 10 of my videos to match the time you spent on one video in one day over the videos I made over a month. So you can say I hate BWs. I don't really care. My content has facts in it. If you look at my videos, it has facts in it. But it would probably be more to say I just don't like BWs instead of hating. Because a 5-minute video, a 14-minute video, 20-minute video, a 4-minute video, 16-minute video, 5-minute video. Over a 2-hour and 2-minute video in 54 seconds. But I hate people. I hate BWs because I hurt your feelings. Okay, I'll give it that. I don't really care.
If I were to hate someone, that means that person defeated me. Well, if you quote unquote have
So that means you defeated.
problems getting black women, why do you talk about it so much? I made a whole video once about how the dudes really love the women they hate. I made a whole video about it. This dude claims he has no problem getting black women, he just don't want it. But his whole
So you said in a previous video that most of your content is about helping black men. But you made a previous video about men really love the woman that they hate. Now, judging by how stupid this dude is, how he used a clip in my channel, as an example, when he's pretty much being proved wrong in this. I mean, anyone who watches your video can look at my video and see how dumb you look. Rather they simple for you for these BWs, or they incels who follow you, regardless of what background they come from, they can come to my video and I'm supposed to post the receipts of how stupid you look, calling people incels. Saying someone got bullied by girls. That's funny to me. You're not funny, but that stupid comment, that stupid statement is funny to me. Making these comments and using that to push your flat platform because you have dry ass content, because you're a dumb ass content creator. To push a certain narrative. They can just come to my video and see, oh, this guy's on, and so this guy's get women that I wish I could have. This guy has success that I wish I could have, which I'm gonna show later in the video. Anyone who watches your video can see that. So I'm just gonna assume the video you made on whatever you said, men really love the woman they hate, is in the same context. I'm gonna assume that you picked some man on YouTube that you didn't know, and you just use his clip as an example, and then start talking about it. You see, this is what these simps do. They try to get you to simp for the creatures that they worship, and that's what his channel is about. Now, I ain't watched every single video, but he's just proving that in this response. Stupid.
Channel was built on hating black women, right? That seems funny to me, because here's my thing. Let's flip it around. Let's talk about me and white women real quick. I have no problem pulling white women. It's not hard. I'm a muscular black woman.
No problem pulling white women.
A major where it's like 50-50 men and women exercise sites. I have classes where I'm the only dude. Full of white, I have no problem.
So the white women I talk to, the non-BWs I talk to, I'm pretty sure you can't pull them. I mean, y'all can prove that. I can go to Michigan right now and get more girls than you. I can go to your state college, talk to your peers, talk to your friends, talk to your associates, and just see how interested they are in you compared to me. That's not hating. I'm just not here to argue. I mean, I can drive to Michigan right now. I'm going to drive Michigan this week, and me and my niggas going to go to Michigan University. You're going to see what's popping up there. I don't have a lot of parties up there like I do at State, but I'm just go there just to prove a point. I'm going to use that as content. See, I get my content from facts. I don't just take people content and use it to push a narrative to simp for these BWs and these crusty Cynthia characters that talk about black men every 1 hour, every 2 hours. But if you make a video about them, then that means you must be an incel, you can't get BWs, or you got bullied by girls. That's the logic that this idiot is pushing. But let's continue the video. So here's what's the difference between white women and BWs. White women aren't on Instagram on Joel Embiid picture crying because he's married to a white woman. That doesn't make sense. That's a stupid comparison. That's like comparing apples to oranges. White women aren't making videos every 1 hour about black men, putting out false facts. What they really choose. Obviously you can see it on my profile. You can see that's the same exact video, except it's actual real pictures in there. If you actually watch the video, it's real pictures of black men with non-BWs. It's real pictures of BWs with white men and what they really choose. And it's a whole series on that if you want to push out false content. That's what the video is about. You probably watch the video and take the facts from it instead of the emotion. You bitch ass nigga, soft ass nigga, cupcake ass nigga, and then you'll get an understanding of what the video is about. Stupid ass nigga. And another thing is too, you can't compare white men to this either. I mean, white women to this either, because white women are a completely different race. You aren't going to be attached to white women. As a black man, if you're dating interracially, you're still going to be attached to these BWs. You're still going to be attached to BWs. You're still going to be attached to them. It's unfortunate. I wish I wasn't. But you're still going to be attached to them. So there's still going to be a topic of discussions when it comes to black issues. And if you don't separate yourself from them, you'll make it clear that you have different views. You have different goals. You're completely different from them. Politics and economics. As a man, it won't get nowhere. That's why other cultures has a patriarchy. And the black culture has a matriarchy. Because you got dumbasses like this who are talking about making these comments and making these statements that he's making in this video. You see that carries over to the real world. And that's why this dumbass nigga is going to school for Michigan for a useless major when I went to University of Washington, which is the top 10 for computer science. So I went to top 10 university, except I didn't get my scholarship at University I didn't get my scholarship at University of Washington for sports. I got that at D2 when I transferred. But I'm gonna talk about that later, because he got a lot of comments he made in this video where he's talking about his milestones, which he really has none. So I'm gonna talk about that later. I'm not trying to get off topic. Let's continue the video.
So I have no reason to talk about it. See how that works? If he didn't have a problem getting black women, he just didn't want one, then why are you talking about it so much? Why are they always in your mouth?
I'll just explain that.
SYSBM. Why do you have to talk about crusties, black queens with K? Why do you have to talk about how the new bachelor is black women's worst nightmare? If you didn't want black women, they didn't care about it. lies in that.
Hypocrisy. Huh, that's funny. That's funny because one of the videos I'm doing is actually a response to the video that's being put out, false images, with what BWs really choose and what black men really choose. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite. He's not a hypocrite, though. I'm a hypocrite. Does he know what that means? Does he know what hypocrite means?
You understand what I'm talking about? So let's keep going. So this is a clip of one of my videos. Obviously, listen. The embarrassment of getting bullied by girls.
By girls.
That's what I heard.
Got bullied.
It's just an allegation. It's just an assumption. I don't know.
I even know you get bullied by the least desired woman on the planet. That's what's funny about it.
Probably 5'5".
You know, you got. I just want to point out that you got 41,000 missing BWs. You got BWs being pimped. You got BWs being sold as kids. You know, if you go to class and you get bullied, let's say you go to class, right? You get bullied by a BW, you know, like him. I don't know what that really entails, but I'm gonna assume it's like, oh, you ugly or something like that. You know, if you was to respond to BW, like you a nappy headed ape or something like that. You know, she beyond. You know, she probably drop out of school and try to kill herself. You know, she probably subscribe to femcel channels like Chrissy. You know, but I was bullied by BWs. You know, black girls are mean if they don't reject you. If they reject you, bro. I never had a problem getting BWs, dumbass nigga. I never wanted BWs. BWs, in fact, BWs are the easiest woman for me to get. And I'm not here to brag about it because I wish they weren't. I wish they weren't interested in me at all. But I don't have a problem getting BWs. White men don't have a problem getting BWs. You know, white men can get more BWs than you can. White men don't even have to try to get BWs. You lame, you square, you clown, you bum ass nigga. They don't have to try. Stupid nigga. Now I get BWs for both of y'all, but you know, I get top tier women. You know. So I mean this doesn't make any sense. What he's saying in this clip. Let's go ahead and continue. I feel like I'm wasting my time watching it.
Definitely black girls. Y'all know black girls can be mean when they don't like you. She suffered the blunt end of that for you. She wasn't even worth it.
Black girl can be mean, you know. They don't like you. They're the most desired woman, you know. They get any man they want, you know. They don't like you, they reject you, you know. You can't get them. Man, this dude really sounds stupid. I hope you look back in this video and realize how stupid you are. I hope you look back in this video and just go to the receipts and see the BWs that I'm matching with. Purposely for you. I did that for you. I did that for you. Purposely for you. For bitch ass niggas like you. You know, just to show you how stupid you look. You can't be pushing out false content. You know, again, if anyone comes in my videos, whether they like it or not, and they see the receipts on my videos, they're going to see you look dumb. You're losing credibility every time you talk. You losing credibility every time you talk. That's what this video did. And I'm glad you did this video. Because I wanted you to do this video. I was expecting you to do this video. I was waiting for you to do this video. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to post it. I'm just going to prove it. I'm just going to show it.
Bullying by the dudes. You know, the girls only bully the dudes who they want to bully because there was no point. Sounds like a 13-year-old's body. That was me imitating his voice.
Come from someone that has a speech impediment, though. Come with someone that has a speech impediment. So right here, it really just talked about the hairline. Let me fast forward to this. So I'm gonna skip through some of this video because this is a long video. You know, like I said, he turned a 14-minute video. I think my video was 14 minutes into a 2-hour, 2-minute, and 54-second response. So I'm going to skip through parts of the video. I'm going to get to the parts that I feel are important to respond to so I can just debunk it. But right now I'm going to start at 25:33. So let's continue the video.
I don't like the truth, but
The truth.
I'm glad that people are getting triggered. That means people are watching my videos and they're seeing the truth. You know, I will say, Will Jackson watched my video about
Will Jackson.
Think white women be able to be white women to preach.
We'll put this on 2XP.
Now, let's clarify something. That word trigger. That word trigger. Like I said before I started the video, he says trigger because he wants to make himself feel important.
Did he say I want to make you want me to feel important from responding to your video? But you have 798 views on this video. I have about 700 views on my video of a response that I did to someone else. So how do I need to feel important by responding to you? I'm not getting any importance responding to you. I just want to use your dumb ass as an example.
I was clearly in the video just making fun of a dumbass nigga. A weirdo ass nigga, a ham ass nigga.
Dumbass nigga, weirdo ass nigga. But you a speech impediment ass nigga. You a autistic ass nigga.
In the grocery store for looking at him. You know, y'all remember the video? That nigga said, I was in line with my white girlfriend and I saw these two black women looking at me.
So you can't look at a VW in the eye, you know. If you look at a VW in the eye, it's a crime. You know, you must be scared. You must be scared of men. You must be trying to fight women if you look a woman in the eye. You know, because she's staring at you too long. Because I do the same thing to your bitch ass if you was there too. So I don't really know what's the difference. You know, if you was there staring at me and my white girlfriend, nigga, I look you in the eye. You know? I mean, what's your point? You know, you was looking at a woman in the eye. You know, you got bullied by girls. You know, this is how stupid these simps look. This is the purpose of him making a video. You know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, when he actually imitated the voice, when he did that video, that was the only thing that was funny to the video. To me, at least. Everything else wasn't even funny. The video was trash. Because if you're gonna make a video, at least make truthful statements. Like, truthful stuff that actually applies to me in real life. Instead of trying to make up shit to fit your dumbass narrative. Nigga, you look stupid. I was just being honest. You look dumb. The only reason you didn't look dumb when you actually imitated my voice is because that's really what I said. That's really what I said. So that's the truth. But adding stuff next to it, just making up shit, that's not even funny because it has to be true. That's what you said earlier. Right? Dumbass nigga.
I said, what's up? I checked him. I looked him right in the eye. I said, what's up? This is a nigga who thought he was a G for checking some women for looking at him.
I thought I was a G for responding to a woman who's looking at me and saying, what's up? Or actually, I didn't even say what's up. That's what I said in the video, but I didn't say what's up. That's what my facial expression read. I didn't say nothing to them. But I thought I was a G for looking at a woman, for looking at a creature, a crusty, weave-wearing hair hats. You know, that's what I'm going to call it. Because they were staring at me. They kept looking at me. I looked back at them. They look back at me, look away. Look back at them, they look away. Look back at them, look away. Look back at them, they look at me in the eye. You know, I thought I was a G because I was doing that. You know, so if you look at someone in the eye, or you look at another woman in the eye, you know, it has to be a woman because, you know, gender is relevant in this situation. You think you a G. You think you a G because you looked at someone who's staring at you over and over again. Because I didn't actually physically say what's up. Even though I said that in the video, what I meant was that's what my facial expression read. You know, you can look at my facial expression and say I was like, oh, you know, what's up? But, you know, let's continue the video. This dude's stupid. This dude's retarded. I don't even know why I'm playing this part of the video. Because this part is pretty much a waste of time. But let's continue. Let's just see how dumb this nigga look.
I'm going to be triggered by that. I have way more things in real life.
Nigga, you just made a 2-hour, 2-minute video, a 54-second video response to it. Dumbass. What are you talking about you're not triggered by? Like, you made a response to a video that's 14 minutes. And you made a 2-hour response to the video that's 14 minutes. You got a lot of stuff to do in real life, but you got 2 hours to make a video. You got all these things to do in real life, but you got 2 hours and 2 minutes and 54 seconds to make a video response. Reviewing my video, that was only 14 minutes. Now, I can understand if the video was like an hour, but, you know, this is how stupid you look. I mean, you're just contradicting yourself in this entire video. And like I said about the statements you make to me, people can just come to my channel and see that it's the opposite. Because I'm going to show you what I live like and what I really got in real life. And I'm not even trying to flex on your bitch ass. Because I could just pull up to you right now and flex on your bitch ass at Michigan. In front of your peers. In front of those women that you claim are chasing at your bitch ass. You know, if I really want to. Me and my niggas come up there and just take all the women you got available to you, okay? And leave you with those BWs that you worship, bitch ass nigga. But, you know, that's a topic I'm going to address later in this video. Let him talk. Let him talk his shit real quick. Talk your shit, bitch ass nigga. Talk your shit.
I could be triggered about if I wanted to be triggered. You know, being triggered is a stressful life. I choose not to be triggered by certain people. Triggered by this nigga who can't cook. That nigga who worships white women because he can't get black women. Triggered by a nigga who makes a whole channel.
I worship white women. See, where in my content do I worship white women? See, this is the problem with these dumbass simps. These dudes who put BWs on pedestal. Nowhere in my content did I say anything about worship white women. I said I'm protecting my non-BW if a woman attacked me or anyone. I said anyone attacked me. Especially with a gun, I'm blow their chest out. And that's what I mean. I will blow their chest out. I mean, that's self-defense. That's legal. You know, my religions, even my religions that I practice, I'm not consistently going to religious, you know, churches and events. But, you know, I'm trying to be a little religious, you know, at some point, you know. But even my religion, any religion I study, you know, it's completely justified to take someone out that's attacking you in that manner, dumbass nigga. But you know, if you say that and it's a BW that's attacking you, you know, that means you worship white women. Which is funny because when I state facts about white women and non-BWs, those are facts. Those are things that could be proven. No, you can't say I worship women, worship white women when I'm stating facts, you dumbass. Ain't nothing I said in my video something that can't be proven. You know, worshiping white women, say white women are perfect. Non-BWs are perfect. You know, that would be worshiping white women. But you know, if you go out in public and you say, you know, promoting black men to defend themselves and their significant other, which is what men are supposed to do, dumbass, that means you worship white women. As long as it's not a BW, you know, as long as it's not a BW that he put on a pedestal, that means you worship white women, because that's what these bitch ass niggas want you to believe. And that's why I'm using this bum ass as an example, because he's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. What I talk about in my content. Let's continue the video. I already addressed the hating BWs. I'm not gonna address that again. I find it funny how Taz responded to my video. As soon as he responded, see, my video been up for a while, but now Taz all of a sudden want to respond to my video. And I might respond back to it, man, because this dude's a waste of time. You know, this dude right here, he's a waste of time too, but I can at least prove. Just post clips, post videos. You know, making this dumbass idiot look stupid with what he's saying I'm living like in real life. You know, drawing conclusions based on a video I did because it hurt his feelings. See, that can be easily debunked just in the video response. But let's continue. Back of the minute. Got believed by girls. The dude sounds stupid, man. Yeah, that's funny because growing up in high school, I never got bullied before. You know, I was taller than everyone in my 6th grade class. I was taller than everyone in my 7th grade class. I was boxing since I was in the 5th grade. My dad got me in boxing. So physically, I could protect myself. You know, I didn't go around campus, you know, acting like I'm the toughest guy. You know, I did talk a lot of shit. I talked a lot of shit in high school. I talked a lot of shit in middle school, but, you know, I could back the shit up. But, no, I didn't go around starting shit with people either. You know, so I didn't never get bullied by anyone. Because people knew I could defend myself. People knew they couldn't fight me. Now, I beat someone's ass back in 7th grade, but you know, I didn't fight like that in high school because I was a chill, laid back dude. You know, I was hooping, I was going to school, and I was getting women. You know, talking my shit, but I never got bullied before, so I don't know what you're talking about. You know, all these stories you're making up, you repeat yourself over and over again. But I want to say that when I was actually in high school one time. I think it was 9th grade. Yeah, it was 9th grade. And I felt like I was a bully. I felt like, you know, this dude kept kicking my chair. He kicked my chair once, and then he kicked my chair a second time. You know, is this considered bullying? Because, you know, I never got bullied before. Is that bullying? You know, I told him, hey, stop kicking my chair the first time. The second time he kicked my chair, I said, hey, stop kicking my chair. You know, he kicked it the third time. You know, I just took him by the neck, picked him up, and dropped him. You know, and I was surprised how easy and how light and how weak he was. I didn't even punch him in the face. You know, I just put him in a little chokehold and said, hey, you know, stop kicking my chair, bro. You know, stop kicking my chair. You know, I look back at it and I feel like, man, I feel bad for that dude. You know, I did all that because he was kicking my chair. You know, so that's probably the closest thing I ever even experienced in bullying. You know, I never got bullied because no one could physically stand with me. No one could physically fight me. You know, even if someone did or wanted to challenge me, you know, I could protect myself. So it's not possible for me to get bullied by anyone. Got 3.7 GPA, but I'm the dumbest nigga in the classroom. Right. I never pushed the air. The only time I ever pushed the air was shadow boxing. But continue. You see, this is how stupid he is. You know, if you're gonna say I get stuff in lockers, you know, I'm too tall and too big to fit in a locker. You know, you could at least say trash can. He got stuff in the trash can. I ain't never seen no one get stuff in lockers. That's only something I've seen on TV. Do people even get stuffed in lockers today? I mean, I seen people get pushed in trash cans. You know, put in trash cans. I ain't see it at my high school, but you know, I seen it at other high schools. I seen that. I ain't never seen no one get stuff in a locker. I can't fit in a locker, stupid. So I can't get stuff in a locker. I wouldn't let no one stuff in my locker. But even if someone could, I can't fit in a locker. You can say trash can or something, stupid. Say trash can. That makes more sense. Worship white woman because you state facts about BWs. Worship them. Black woman's God.
Oh yes, let's take a pause. He says, I know you went to Cass Tech in Detroit, Michigan. Oh yes, I did. Cass Tech number one, second to none. The biggest Detroit public school in the whole city of Detroit, over 25 students. My graduating class was over 500. I passed with a 4.3 GPA. Oh yes, I believe great.
You said, let me run that back.
500 students. My graduating class was over 500. I passed with a 4.3 GPA. Oh yes, I believe great.
You passed with a 4.3 GPA. Let's rewind that.
100 students. My graduating class was over 500. I passed with a 4.3 GPA. Oh yes, I believe great. Not because I go to Michigan State, but because I went to Cass Tech. So I'm just glad you pointed that out. You know, I went to Cass Tech with my work, and that was a fun time. You know, I'm not knocking no one for going to the appreciate it, but I went to the suburbs. You went to one of the suburbs. I got see. So he didn't go around like you at all. He said he said I went to school in the suburbs. No, he said I went to school in the suburbs. You know, I went to school in the suburbs. So he didn't go around black people at all. So that explains a lot. You know why he did the benefit of the doubt. So, you know, he probably grew up around black people and he was just bottom of the barrel. He was just a human punching bag for the whole hood. He was just a nigga niggas used to bully for fun. He was just a nigga who niggas didn't even care enough to bully, so the girls bullied him instead. But not even that. He was getting bullied by white boys. He was getting bullied by non-black niggas. How you feel as a black boy getting bullied by non-black people?
So this was funny about that. When I went to the school I went to, first of all, it was 13% black. No, I ain't grow up around white people. I mean, I ain't grow up around black people. We had a few black people in our neighborhood. My school was 13% black. So if you go to my school, you look at the football team. The football team is like 60% black. The basketball team is like half, maybe like, no, it's actually more black. It's like 75% black. You know, I was getting bullied by white boys, right? You know, it's funny about that because I actually had the white dudes at my high school. They were scared. You know, they were scared to fight me. They wouldn't fight me. No one wanted to fight me. No one wanted to fuck with me. You know, I got bullied by white boys. That's what's funny about it. And I actually had a relationship with a girl that had a boyfriend. You know, her boyfriend was white. You know, and I came to her house after school one day. And I ain't saying this, you know, to brag. You know, I was young at the time. You know, and she had a boyfriend, but she was interested in me sexually. You know, because women, the white girls I went to school with, you know, this bum ass nigga couldn't get. You know, the girls I went to school with, you know, they would come to me and they would touch me. You know, I had this girl, you know, purposely touch me and just rub me, you know, rub my abs and say, hey, you got a six pack, you got abs under there. You know, that's how comfortable they were around me. You know, these BWs did the same thing, but the BWs, you know, they rubbed my hair, you know, rubbed my face, and BWs was just disgusting. BWs are aggressive. BWs are aggressive. You know, I ain't want no BWs. You know, I pissed a BW off one time in high school. I'm gonna talk about that another day. I'm gonna talk about that later in the video. But no, I can't get bullied by anyone. No one could bully me, dumbass nigga. No one could bully me. You know, you can't say that someone got bullied, but yet I had girls holding up posters over their head, my picture on it, at my games. You know, writing my initials on their forehead. But I got bullied. You sound stupid, boy. You fucking sound stupid. Let's continue.
That's just insult to injury. That's just putting salt on the wound, goddamn. He said, I went to school in the suburbs, so I'm not gonna knock nobody for going to a good school.
I bring up that when we bring up bullying in school.
Bullying in school. Cass Tech.
The all these people, you couldn't walk down the street.
Oh, every one down the street. I feel like I'm Pontiac. Nigga, first of all, shout out to Pontiac, I love all my Michigan people, especially my Michigan niggas. I'm from Detroit. And what way is Flint or Pontiac worse than Detroit? Dumb ass nigga, hoe ass nigga, corny ass nigga, ignorant ass nigga.
This is how stupid this dude is. You compare Detroit has twice the population as Flint. Stupid, dumb fuck, lame ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga. Has twice the population of Flint. Alright, so actually in 2011, 2012, Flint had more crime. Flint had more murders than Detroit. You know, this is what these clowns do. You know, they go around saying, "Oh, my hood better than your hood." You know, all types of shit. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, if you're gonna say something like that, you know, you look at 2011, 2012. You know, look at that. In 2013, Flint had more murders percentage-wise. It was more dangerous percentage-wise than Detroit. I'm gonna talk about population. I'm talking about quantity. I'm talking about percentage. No, we had a 4.3 GPA, but you don't understand percentages. when you're comparing a city the size of Detroit to the city the size of Flint. You don't understand that. Okay, let's continue the video.
Unknowledgeable ass nigga. Nigga don't know major cities ass nigga. Nigga Flint, Pontiac.
Don't mind major cities.
Both they got their own swag, you know, shout out to young OG.
Pontiac is a smaller version, kind of like a smaller version of Detroit. It's not the same. They got their own swag, like you said, but Pontiac is actually in the Metro Detroit area. Flint is not in the Metro Detroit area. Flint is a completely separate area than Detroit. You know, you go to Detroit, you know, they ain't got no job in Detroit. They ain't got nothing in Detroit. Detroit's a shithole pretty much. You know, they got some areas in Detroit that are decent. But you go to Detroit, you can go to suburbs and, you know, get some jobs and make some money. And this is how stupid this dude sounds. You know, you go to Detroit, especially where Southfield or Farmington Hills at. You got a lot of black people there in the suburbs who have some sort of money, are middle class, upper class, in the suburbs, all around the suburbs. You got other areas like Novi coexisting, Arab areas coexisting with black areas. You got a lot of Arabs that are moving there and got money now. So I grew up in the suburbs of Flint. So of course I'm gonna be around with white people. But that doesn't mean every suburb, especially if you're from the Metro Detroit area, you dumbass nigga, is gonna be flooded with white people. Especially if you claim that you live in Southfield or you live in Southfield. Stupid. That's really what the Metro Detroit area is. But let's continue. I actually know the people that recorded Rio the Young OG video. And they won't fuck bitch ass niggas like you, nigga. You get, like I said in my video, nigga, you come at them with that shit, that your black queen came in the video, then you get clapped, nigga. You get clapped. I know the people that recorded their video. You came at me, you get clapped with that shit. You know, you come at someone with a gun, you know, because they're dating interracially, you bitch ass nigga, saying that's worshiping white women for stating the fact. You get clapped. That's just a fact. You know, that's what my video said, but you bring in a Rio the Young OG, you know, like, oh, that's my nigga, that's Rio the Young OG. Rio OG is the same thing your bitch ass. I know the people that did Rio the Young OG video. I know people that recorded the video, the raps. That people I know, they're rapping. The people that did Rio the Young OG video did the same video. See, this dumbass idiot don't know what he's talking about. Nobody fucks with you, boy. You lame. Thank you. I appreciate it. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. I'm about to skip this part. I ain't got time to watch this. Let's skip this part.
But he talking about he grew up going to school in the suburbs, but he talking about he would take out the trash, he would beat my ass, he wouldn't call the police. But you went to school in the suburbs.
Well, my people were financially stable when they had me, so they wanted more value to their home. They wanted better schools. I mean, what's the difference? They moved out the city. Don't get it fucked up though, because my people still in Pontiac. Some of my family's still in Flint. Boxing gym's still in Flint. There ain't really much of a difference. I mean, that's not gonna really make much of a difference for me, at least. It's really not gonna make that much of a difference. But continue.
Nigga, you grew up around a bunch of white boys. Who ass you think you gonna be? Who ass you think you gonna be?
Motherfucker, you wanna meet up? I'll meet up.
Niggas don't know me. Niggas don't know where I'm from. Niggas don't know the niggas that I know. Niggas don't know the
Niggas don't know niggas that he know. They don't know where I'm from.
niggas I used to roll with. Beat my ass? Oh yeah, try to beat my ass. Try to beat my ass, nigga. See what happened to you. Yeah.
I mean, you can attempt to beat my ass. I'll be at Lifetime Fitness in Canton on Saturday at 5 o'clock. I have a boxing room rented up there. Might not be successful though. But, you know, possibly leave on a stretcher. I'm just saying, you know, I'll be up there. Put money on it too. 1G, 5G, whatever.
Just say, you know, it'll be a little bit beyond getting your ass beat. I just say that. Try and come beat my ass.
I ain't getting my ass beat.
Yeah, I'm walking up and down your street. You gonna beat my ass. Nigga grew up around a bunch of white boys. Fuck this niggas talking about.
Because we keep our community clean out here.
Let me try to get to the 40-minute mark. I don't think he's saying nothing here.
Let
Let me see if I get the 40-minute mark.
Pigmentation as my face and my mouth. Blonde hair.
That's like,
Blonde hair, my nigga. I mean, that's my assumption. That's assumption. That's fair enough.
I don't know if that's true, but I do know one thing is true.
He knows one thing.
Because women I date won't even come close to you.
Uh-oh.
You will make me a pussy guy.
Uh-oh.
Like the women I date, the women I talk to, the women I'm in relationship with, you know, I don't date no tier Detroit Preston like you.
No two Detroit Christmas.
We into different brackets.
Two different brackets.
But the women I date, you make a pussy guy.
Make him try.
I'm covered.
I'm
You come next to the woman I talk to. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's fight another video. Like,
Well, let me see. Let's play his game real quick. We're not even gonna play my game, and we gonna play his game.
Let's play
He
my
don't
game.
like black women,
That's all I want.
so he dates white women. That's what he talked about a white woman he was with in the video. That's fair enough. Like I told y'all, I go to a PWI. White women come flocking. I just don't like them, so I don't entertain them. I have classes full of white women who love me. They always want to talk to me and learn. What kind of rap music do you listen to? What did you play basketball? Do you play sports? Do you do? What's it like being from the hood?
This is how stupid niggas are. Just because a white woman say hi to you doesn't mean she's interested in you. Right? I've been getting that my whole life. I had, like I said earlier, I had white women, non-BW, especially white women specifically, fill up my abs just to see if I had a 6-pack, if I had an 8-pack, if I had a 4-pack. So, I mean, that's normal. You're not special, bro. You're not special. It's normal. That's normal. You know, and what's funny about this is he have a lot of incels that follow him. I would consider him an incel. He would consider me an incel even though he never seen me. And even though I got proof that I'm not an incel, which I'm going to provide later, again, in this video. But, you know, you got people in his chat that are incels, that can't get white women, that can't get non-BW, which proves my point on this channel, that a lot of these dudes can't get non-BWs, so they have to settle for BWs. And they get angry when they see black men who are alpha men, like me, or other black men, dating interracially. You know, that's really what angers them, because they're incels. They're the real incels. I mean, you got people who just posted a live chat saying I get clowned by the other race. Boy, you must be fucking stupid. I just debunked that earlier in the video, and I'm gonna debunk that again in a few minutes. Let's continue.
I just don't like them, so I don't really, I'll be cool with them if we gotta be lab partners or some shit like that. But I can get any white woman that he try to talk to with that boring ass voice he got. The women I talk to, they're repellent to them. This ain't talk like this for 14 minutes. They're repellent to you. You're repellent to them. Women I talk to, women I date, you don't mess with these low level Detroit crusties. That's what he said. Here.
So that's funny, because the woman I talk to, when it come close to you, like I said before, you make that pussy dry. You don't even got a full beard. Talking about you ain't talk to the woman I talk to. You want to talk about my voice when you can't grow a full beard. You see, like I said before, we're in 2 different brackets. But say less. Say less. Let me just show you some of the women I talk to. Some of the women I see him talking to. I don't even know who he's talking to them. I see him in the comments. But let's continue the video. See what else he has to say.
Here's my thing, right? I ain't never mess with be a blonde man. Blondes come flocking. And they be from rich ass families. Like, see, if I was grimy, nigga, I'd be a juggalo. I could live off y'all. And these girls in my class who are related to JP Morgan.
He said llamas?
Part owners of baseball teams. Parents part owners of basketball teams. Parents are
Let's slow this down. Let me rewind that.
Women I talk to, women I date, we don't mess with these low level Detroit crusties. That's what he said. Here's my thing, right? I ain't never mess with it. It'd be the blonde ones. It'd be the blonde ones. Man, blonde ones come flocking. And they be from rich ass.
Bro, I got every color here. Blonde ones. Blonde. That's it. I got Italians. I got people I know that I was in relationships with that own property worth millions of dollars in Italy. What are you talking about? I could marry these women. And since marriage is a business, my kids will have that wealth. Go to good college, even without a scholarship. I know women who fathers are millionaires. Millionaires. It's nothing special. You're not special. Okay? But let's continue. Because I'm not hating on anyone. I don't have no reason to hate on someone who has less than me. But I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Like, shit, if I was grimy, nigga, I'd be a juggalo. I could live off of y'all. And these girls in my class who are...
And that reminds me of something. BWs are the easiest race of women to pimp. Like, you see these pimps making money off these BWs. I mean, Jason Pope proved that. But I'm not gonna lie, I had BWs that would offer me money. Like, I was in Chicago one time, and this BW was at a testing center, and she was like, I think she looked at my ID or my occupation, and she said, "Oh, I can't afford you." She was gonna pay me to date her, to be her temporary boyfriend. I had BWs buy me hats. I didn't even smash. I didn't even have to smash, because I'm not attracted to them. But I had BWs buy me basic stuff like hats. and I could afford that house. Like I always made more money than the BWs, and I should because I'm a man. I make more money than women, but they still, pay for my stuff, even without me even having any sort of sexual interaction with them. I mean, I could easily pimp BWs if I wanted to, but I don't want to because, that requires a lot of work and relationships. I don't like them. I don't like BWs, so I don't want to have a relationship with them. And I heard some pimps, they gotta fuck some of their hoes, but I ain't trying to fuck no BW. That's how you get HIVs, STDs. But let's continue. What else he has to say? What else does this person has to say? Let's continue.
JP Morgan. Parents own
JP Morgan.
Of baseball teams. Parents part owners of basketball teams.
I highly doubt that that white women who are related as far as like their fathers or their grandfathers actually own a baseball team or part owners of a baseball team are talking to you. And that's not, that doesn't even make sense. You know how many billionaires there are in this country? I can understand millionaires. Show the receipts. Because I got the receipts for me. I got the receipts for mine. Let's continue.
Parents are real estate moguls and shit like that. Nigga, if I was a juggalo and lived that kind of life, I'd be living in an apartment that I rent 3,000 instead of 1,000. You know what I'm saying? I'd be living a whole different lifestyle if I was grinding like that. If I actually like these white.
I'm gonna save that for later, cause he's gonna start talking about money later. 1,000 for rent. I'm gonna talk about that later. Let him continue.
I'm not saying that they bad people or nothing. It ain't my speed, bro. The black women like me. Sorry, I talk to black women because I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna play his game. I can talk to the women he talk to. When the women who are grandparents of JP Morgan, their parents own baseball teams. Fucking give me a class. Okay. Put two and two together, my nigga.
That's funny. Parents of JP Morgan. See, I know a woman that I talk to. Like I said, she's in Florida. Her parents got property that's worth millions of dollars in Italy. And they got property that's worth $1 million in Florida. I got a girl in Toronto, I know, who father owns oil rigs in Albania. He owns oil rigs. I don't even know how much money he makes, but he's close to $1 billion. He owns it. He owns it. And I'm not just talking to these women. I am talking to them. But if they were close, we would be in relationships. And I can take that relationship to the next level and possibly marry them. But that some of their personalities are different. Their personalities might not match. The woman in Toronto, she doesn't, I just can't see myself with her. She's physically attractive, but her personality is like, she's a little crazy. The girl in Florida, she's alright, but she's a little immature. See, when I have these options, as a man with options, I can be picky when I'm talking about a relationship, when I'm talking about marriage. But see, when you have no options and when you in incel, you gotta settle for what you can get. You gotta settle for the BWs. And you gotta settle for the bottom tier women. But let's continue. I got more to say. But let's continue. And another thing. I know a girl also in Chicago that I met. Her father owns one of the top strip clubs in Chicago. Getting rich off these simps who go to the strip club and pay these women. Pay all this money to these women that they not smashing, that they not dating, but they just want to get their rocks off. She owns her grandfather owns that strip club. He's not a billionaire, but he's close to it. Racking in a lot of money. He's close to it. So you're not special. You're not the only one who knows these women. You're not. I know a BW back when I was in high school that wanted me. I was dating 9 BWs. She wanted me. Even her parents had money. Making $500K a year, which is a lot for a BW parent. BWs come from poverty-stricken homes typically. But let's continue. This isn't something that I'm not used to, so I'm not sure why he's telling me this. You're not special. This is normal for me. I live this lifestyle. I haven't talked about the women who may not come from rich families, but are like 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s. I'll just show that. But let's continue.
Trigger. The fact that, both your parents. And let's not mention this because he's about to say some bullshit. This is part of the video that I heard in Ray's video. But he said, I don't deal with them little Detroit crusties. Nigga, I live in Ann Arbor. I went to the University of Michigan first of all. Every girl I've messed with since I've been here.
Told that both your parents.
And let's not mention this because he about to say some bullshit. This is part of the video that I heard in Red's video. But he said I don't deal with them low level Detroit crusties.
Let me also mention this. I was searching my name on YouTube just to see who did videos about me. And I see another video, and this was funny. This what again proves my point about these dudes who get online pretending to be something they're not. These incels. I see another video about me of someone that I would consider my appearance that looks like to be an incel. Some dude that was looks like he was living with his mom. You know, looked like he had a real small ass room. You know, looked like he was in some sort of dorm. From what I seen, it looked like he was in some sort of small dorm room. And I'm not saying it's wrong, you know, nothing's wrong being in a dorm room or nothing like that, but you know, talking about incels, this is why I had to make this video. See, I don't even know why I'm making this video and trying to explain myself to people and trying to prove something to someone on the internet if it wasn't for proving my point. This here is proving my point about these fake dating coaches. Now, he said he wasn't a dating coach, but these fake improvement coaches who try to come to my channel and have a problem with the content I'm doing about these creatures, putting out facts. Nothing I said was about relationships, as I said before. But yet don't have the receipts to back up what they're talking about. And I'm talking about the dude that he just mentioned. Have the receipts to talk to. If you're going to say you're all this and you're not an incel, call someone else an incel. Have the receipts to back up what you're talking about. Otherwise, I'm just going to use your dumbass as an example. You're not going to do a drive-by on me. I'm just going to use you as an example like I'm doing in this video. But continue.
I live in Ann Arbor. I go to the University of Michigan, first of all. Every girl I've messed with since I've been here, we live in Ann Arbor.
It's a long video.
They're educated women. They're smart-ass women. Very intelligent.
You make a 2-hour video, another 1-hour video for a 15-minute video. That's crazy. But that's how you know someone's triggered.
As women, sometimes too smart for their own good. I tell them chill out sometimes. Always trying to psychoanalyze you and shit. I love my educated black women. You know, I had a girlfriend all through high school.
Educated BWs. Educated.
Right? Because remember, you know, I couldn't pull women. You know, but I had a girlfriend all through high school. You know, we broke up on, you know, not bad.
Okay, you had a girlfriend all through high school, but you're making a 2-hour video response, trying to respond to my video because I don't fit your description of what you put. But you had a girlfriend all through high school. I had 4 different girlfriends in high school. What's the point? This is what you mean. You got these people who try to do all this, make a video about it. I had a girlfriend in high school. You know, I had this. Trying to prove themselves. And I understand because this is more beneficial to his channel because of the content that he does than it is my channel. Which I'm not going to let no one put false information on me as an individual on my channel and not respond to it. Especially if it's something that I can just post like I'm doing this video. But I'm talking too much. Let's continue.
It turns out that, you know, ain't no marriage between us. She about to be a doctor, my nigga. She go to another university, you know, that's not too far.
That's funny. The girl that I was in a relationship to the longest was a doctor. She wasn't about to be a doctor. She was a doctor. She just graduated. Like right when we broke up, I say about 3 months after we broke up, she graduated with her PhD. She is a doctor. So I'm dating doctors, just dating people who are about to be doctors. So if you're going to make a video calling people incels and making these false conclusions that they got bullied in high school and all types of bullshit because you don't like the content that was done of a black man dating a non-BW, you gotta at least post proof. If you're going to be upset about the response, at least. Because this is too easy.
You feel me? Shit I went to prom with, she want to be something in the medical field, not exactly a doctor, but I think a bone surgeon or something like that. And just 2 black women, mind you. The women who I've been messing with recently, you know, within maybe the past year or 2, what do they study? They want to be surgeons, doctors, civil engineers, mechanical engineers, marine engineers. They want to be physical therapists. They want to be pediatrics. They want to be mathematicians. They want to be English writers. They want to study linguistics. They want to go into law.
This is a little stupid about what he's saying. It's more non-BWs in these fields than there are BWs. I was in the engineering field. I was in the STEM field. There was not many BWs in the STEM field. I got my degree from University of Washington, which is one of the top computer science programs in the world. I did not get a full athletic scholarship to the University of Washington. I got it at a smaller D2 school and transferred. One of the biggest decisions and one of the most difficult decisions of my life. I was in school with these engineers that he's talking about. And I'm gonna be honest, majority of the engineers was not white either. They were not white women. They were Asians and they were Indian women. And then followed by white women. And then there were more black men in that field than BWs. There was more white women in that field than white men. I mean, actually, there were more white men in that field than white women. You see? So everything he's saying, I mean, statistically, there's more non-BWs in these fields. So if I'm dating non-BWs, I'm going to be more around these women. So everything you're saying about these BWs, these gemstones, I mean, most BWs who go to college major in useless majors. They don't major in STEM. They don't major, if they do major in anything, it's typically going to be something medical. We got a lot of nurses. A lot of them are nurses. A lot of them are not doctors, except for Nigerians. Majority of doctors are Indian, Asian, followed by white. So everything he's saying, so what? You can find that in non-BWs. But you see, he don't like that when you promote that content. He has a problem with that. You know, he want to call you and want to put labels on you if you're promoting that content. But you gotta see, the label has to fit. You can't just put labels to put your narrative on your weak ass profile and tag me in it without me easily debunking it. But let's continue.
They want to be lawyers, attorneys, defense attorney, whatever other kind of attorney. I don't know much about attorney.
That was funny too, because the girl I was dating in Chicago, another girl I was dating in Chicago. Now, her parents, I don't know if they were rich, they were wealthy to some extent, but I don't know how wealthy they were. So I'm not gonna say, you know, they own J.P. Morgan or nothing, because I don't know what they did. But she is a lawyer now. She was an environmental lawyer. So she works with the environments. You know, she's like a lawyer for property. So if someone has a certain property claim or files a property claim, she'll be a lawyer for that. You know, so I'm with these women. I've been in relationships with these women. I date these women my entire life. So everything he's saying is irrelevant to my talking points or irrelevant to anything in regards to me. So I'm not even sure why he made this video.
Not orthopedic surgeon, that's not what I meant. It's another O word. That means basically bone surgeons. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of women I talk to. All black women, you know, from Detroit, from Chicago, from wherever. Those are the kind of black women I talk to. Some of the black women who I talk to that don't go to my school. You know, when I go back and I stay in the city, you know, over the summer sometimes, you know, stay for 2 months, 3 months. Stay with my mama, hang out with my pops, hang out with my family. Who are some of those kind of women? Women who are managers at insurance firms.
So he's talking about going to school to be these people. And he's not talking about actually working a career already. A lot of people don't even graduate. A lot of these BWs drop out, but I don't really care. Continue.
Run their own businesses, lash techs, nail techs. Managers at restaurants, they own their own restaurants. They own gyms, or they work at gyms. That's my forte right there. You know, the list goes on and on and on and on. So low-level Detroit crusties, I ain't never messing with no low-level Detroit crusty, you feel me? You know, I'll leave that to my homies back at home, because they like all that. You know, that's them. I ain't messing with no crusty Detroit crusties. I like messing with good, smart, intelligent black women. You know, unlike you who can't get a black woman. And you probably can't even get a decent white woman, you know?
And here's what's funny about what he just said. That's exactly why I posted those photos at the beginning of the video. I have those BWs. I have proof I had those BWs. I have more proof I have messages from those BWs. I even have videos of those BWs. But since I don't want them, as I said, you're not going to see them in person with me because I don't want them. But if you look at the content, you look at the videos I posted, I don't have a problem giving BWs. I can give BWs that wouldn't even touch you, don't even want you, but they want me. Post the receipts, because I posted my receipts. You the one who can't get these non-BWs. I just posted that. I don't have a problem getting BWs. They're in my inbox. And you know what? Let's continue, because he's going to say some more stupid shit. Let's continue.
You gotta tell a woman, I'm repellent to women you want. Yeah, because they're probably too dumb to even listen to me talk for 3 minutes. You know, if I'm on a date with a woman you mess with, you know, she probably have a brain aneurysm, because I'm trying to have some kind of intellectual conversation to talk about her future, her dream.
Intellectual conversation to talk about her future, her dream. But yet, I've had dated these women who's already living the dream, already living what they're doing, already living a lifestyle of what they went to school for. And you're talking about women who are still in college, getting a degree. You cannot have an intellectual conversation with the women I talk to. Because the women I talk to are already in their careers, not interested in talking to a dumbass idiot who's going to one of the top tech engineering schools for a non-STEM useless major. Seriously. If you're going to go to the University of Michigan, at least go for a useful major. You cannot talk about intellectual conversations when you're not even going to a major that's going to have a high salary or a high paying field. Not even going to make that much of a difference in society. See, when I was growing up, I was taught, if I'm going to go to school, be a lawyer, go for STEM, or, go for something in doctor, not everyone can do that. Not everyone wants to do that. Some people want to go for something else and make the best of what they have with it. That's cool. But if you're going to make this dumbass video, talk about intellectual conversations, and the woman I talk to won't want to talk to me because you can't have an intellectual conversation when you got a useless degree, and I got one of the most difficult, highest paid, challenging, academically challenging degrees on the planet, statistically, as a collective, then you have to get called out. In fact, let's post it. Say less.
At the most, is what I have on my videos. See, now we gotta go to my channel, right? Let's go to my channel and see what kind of views I get, what kind of views I have. Because he was right when he said I give 400, 500, 600,000 views. But then he said up to. He didn't say on average, he said up to. So that would mean that I only have up to, maybe 1,000 views on videos on my channel. But let's look at some of my.
I did say up to. I guess I meant average. I guess I did say up to. But continue.
My channel views real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's look. Let's look at that. Let's look at some of my channel views. Let's go upload it by, sort by most popular. Most popular. Then let's share the screen. Here we go. So here, we have 15,000, 4.2 thousand, 3.9, 3.6, 3.2, 3.2, 3.2, 2.7, 2.3, 2.2, 1.8, 1.6, or 1.9, 1.9, 1.7, 1.7. Let's keep going, let's keep going. We have all these videos with over 1,000 views, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got all these videos with above 1,000 views, so I don't know what he's talking about. Let's go back to his channel. Well, actually, let's keep listening. No, we don't look at his channel, right? Because he says that I've been on YouTube for almost a year and I only get this amount of views. And he says he's only been on YouTube for 4 months and he gets the same views as me. That would be fair. But let's look at what he talks about on his channel. A bunch of hating ass content about hating black women. Now, we already know negativity sales.
Hating content. See, this is what I mean by these clowns, these simps. See, since you want to look at my channel, we can look at his channel. But anything that promotes the truth about BWs is hate content. Because if you look at the content on my channel, like I said, Jessica X destroyed Kirsty for colorism, crybaby femcells. That's content proving my point on my profile about BWs being the easiest race of women and crying over men not wanting them and getting the bottom tier men of all races. That's why the bottom tier white man could get any BW before your black ass can. Now, I don't know about me, because I can get anything with both of you. But that's what that video shows. And it proves that. But that's hating content. That's hating content for me to add commentary to it. Then I posted BW pretend to be a white woman on Snapchat. But that's hating content when all I did is post the truth and add commentary to it. You see, this is how you know people are either dumb, they're delusional, they're autistic, and they only hear one thing and take that one thing and say the same thing over and over again, or they're just not watching your content. Has to be one of the four. Because that's all I'm doing is adding commentary to it. Now, you can say I dislike BWs, but if you consider that hate content, you're just stupid, or you're not watching it. Or you're hearing one thing that you don't like, and you should slip it for BWs. Then another video says, why choose a BW? We have real women to choose from. So this is the content that he's saying is hate content. Now let's look at his content. Since you want to look at my content, let's look at his. So here's his content. Here's his content. Now let's scroll down. So he has, why do we have an obsession with single mothers? Black single mothers need answers. So I don't know. I haven't watched this video. I should see the title of it. It is funny to me because this again goes to show you why black men like him will always be at the bottom of the barrel compared to other races of men. Because other races of men live in a patriarchy where they're taught not to date single mothers unless they have children of their own. Because other races of men have a culture and they have a tradition that they follow where they have to have a child and they want the first child they have to be by a woman with no children. That's considered normal culture. That's what men with options do. Now, incel, speaking of incels, will have to sell it for less because that's all I can get. And they have no self-respect for themselves. Now, me, I care about my kids. If I ever have kids, I'll care about my kids. So I want to make sure my woman that I reproduce with, unless I have children already by another woman, has no children. But see, this is the type of content he got. This is why I say this dude puts BWs above him and worships them. But that's why he had a problem with my video. And his content and the title of his videos show that. So let's roll down. Here's another one. You don't see one content about anything about BWs. Anything. The only thing you see right here is the title of the video. It says BLM's twerk on Washington. Fake wokeness and exploitation is beyond disrespectful. So I don't know about that video. If I see the title of it, it looks like it might be calling out BWs. I highly doubt, because he won't call out no BW. He won't call out no BW for this. You know, he won't call out, because that's why he had a problem with my video. Because if he would call out BWs, he would have called out that video, and I wouldn't have called it out. He would have. But he only calls out the men because he worships BWs. Puts them above him. Now look at this. Now I really want you to pay attention to this. What's this? So here's what I've seen on his title. This is another video. The Black Incel. BWs love abuse. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. These dudes sent for BWs and they try to use other people's content to promote their content, even though it doesn't fit the real description of an incel. So that's what he's doing with my content, which is stupid, because I can just post the receipts, I can just post the videos. So he's real dumb for doing this with my content. Now here's another one. They put BWs in these two distinct categories. So he's basically calling, I don't know if this is the case, but just judging by what he did in my video, I'm assuming he's just calling anyone he disagrees with an incel. And saying they put BWs in these two distinct categories. That's what I'm assuming he's doing, because that's what he did with my video. So these probably aren't even real incels. That's what he's just using to promote his content. That's his content. Now look at this. Now, I don't know. I'm not gonna watch this. I'm not gonna watch his videos. I don't got time to watch his videos. But yeah, that's all I have. That's all I'm gonna see for this. Just looking at it. What's this? The Bussy. So is this a man beating a woman? A black man beating a white woman? So maybe he's not for just beat up. Maybe he's just for men in general. But from based on his content, I find it hard to believe that that's the case. I find it hard to believe that that's the case. Let's continue.
You don't hear him talk negative about women all day long. Like a dog black women. We already know it's money in that. I mean, you don't hear T. Samuel Jr. and just disrespect black women on my platform. You know what I'm saying?
See, this is another thing that's interesting. He's supposed to be getting way more views than me because you show your face. You show your face. You've been out here for almost a year. So you should be getting more views than me anyways, based on your content. It's not about dogging BWs. My content will get views based on the fact that I promote the truth. I mean, that's why my video with BWs pretending to be white women on Snapchat got almost 3,000 views, because I'm promoting the truth, which you don't like. That's why my content got so many views.
Yeah. I would have way more subs and way more views if I did that. It's more appalling that you sit here and hate black women in every video, and your views are this low. You should at least have 1,000 per video. You know, I talk about self-improvement, trying to help men better themselves. You know, trying to give them signs and tips and tricks on, you know, how they sell that social skills.
We just seen the title. We just went through all his videos. We seen some self-improvement videos on workouts, on the titles at least. But I don't know how those are self-improvement videos. A lot of your content is just simple for BWs. Just be real. Just be real. You want men to simp for BWs. All be simps like you. That's what I'm getting from your content, but who knows? I don't really care enough to debate on it.
Their body game, you know, what they do in the gym, eating better, having better conversations. You know, having dudes reflect on where they are in life. You know, that's what my channel's doing.
I'm gonna have to skip this because
it's something positive.
I don't know if you say anything important here.
If I made a channel talking about, you know, bashing black women, I guarantee I would have maybe, I don't know, if I did a channel bashing black women for a month, let's say I did a video every day in lives on Fridays, I could probably get 5,000 subs that quick. Because I have the charisma, I have the content, I have the intellect.
What's crazy though is he has how many subs does he have? He has 3,000 subs, but he has the same amount. This is how stupid he sounds. He has the same amount of views on my videos. I don't even have 1,000 subs, but I have more views on my video than him. I don't understand that. See, that's how you know his content is just trash. Like, most of his content is trash, because he should be getting at least 1,000 views per video, at least. But let's continue.
I have the social skills.
Let me skip ahead.
I could gain an audience. Unlike this nigga M. If you don't know what SYSBM stands for, it's Save Yourself Black Men, an organization dedicated to trying to convince black men to not talk to black women anymore and convert them to dating other women, especially.
So I gotta articulate that. So SYSBM is promoting black men with non-BWs, exploring their best options. That's really what SYSBM is. But since you're a simp, you know, you're gonna take that in a different way. But don't make up your own definition. Come on, don't make up your own definition. Let's continue. This proves my point, but let's continue.
Actually, white women. These niggas worship white women.
It's about worship white women. So here's the thing about these dudes, these simps. If you say anything remotely true about BWs, let's say you say BWs are more likely to be overweight than white women. They'll say you worship white women. You say BWs are more likely to be single moms than white women. That means you worship white women. You say BWs are more likely to be on welfare than white women. That means you worship white women. All of these things mean you worship white women in these simp eyes. Now let's compare the opposite. Because this is what happens when you have a matriarchy. You know, you got people like this being born. You got people like this taking that same talking point with no logic behind it and saying stuff like this. Now let's say you have these BWs on the other hand who go on ghetto gaggers, racial slurs across their chest, get attention from the bottom barrel white men of the white community just to get attention from them. That would be worshiping white men by definition. So you're dating women who worship white men. But you're saying that black men dating interracially when we don't have to go on ghetto gaggers to get white women. We don't have to go on these platforms to write racial slurs across our chests so just so a white woman can notice us. I could just walk through the beach shirtless and non-BWs will notice me. BWs will too, but I don't talk to them. I mean, I don't have to do these things to get attention from white women. So how is it that I worship white women simply because I'm picking the best woman for the job for me as a man? And it just so happens not to be the least desired, least qualified, least desired race of woman. It doesn't make any sense. How's that worshiping white women? How's that worshiping non-BWs? Simply because it doesn't simp for BWs, it's worshiping non-BWs. And again, this is what happens when you have a matriarchy. These are the talking points they use, but they cannot explain what it is that black men do to worship these women. And when they do, it's factual things that can actually be proven that are said about BWs in comparison to white women. But let's continue. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like I said before, I've been winning since I was 12 years old. I got a full scholarship.
Oh, really?
Something you never
I don't
had.
know. Something I never had. Nigga, I'm in university on scholarship at the #1 public university in the nation. I'm in university on scholarship to a school that has the most recognizable logo across the whole globe. Not that I care much. I don't really care what the fuck I go to school. Like, I'm gonna have my own gym and I'm gonna run health centers and youth centers and recreational centers. I don't need a degree for that. But I'm just here. This is free.
So it's funny though. I got a scholarship to a D2 school and I transferred because I realized I wasn't going to NBA and I transferred to University of Washington. I got my computer science degree at University of Washington. Computer science degree at University of Washington, Bachelor's of Science, is one of the top degrees at that school. And that's also one of the top programs for CS majors in the country. It's surpassing University of Michigan in that specific major. Now, Michigan is a better engineering school as a collective, but for specifically CS, University of Washington is surpassing Michigan University in that major. At least that major specifically. I don't know about the other STEM degrees, but I know that major surpasses University of Michigan. Now, University of Michigan is a good school, but I mean, he ain't special, bro. He's really not special. I mean, I got accepted to University of Michigan. I just didn't get a full scholarship. They didn't give me a full athletic scholarship like the other smaller D2 college did. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I almost got accepted to MIT after I finished my D2 college. Before I transferred. And I got accepted to Michigan right out of high school. I just couldn't get a full scholarship or academic full scholarship. I would have to take out a grant or I would have had to pay out the pocket. I just decided that'd be a better option for me to go D2 since they provide me a full scholarship. So I got accepted into Michigan as well. And they have a 23% acceptance rate last time I checked. It might have changed, but they have a 23% acceptance rate.
To the least desirable.
With clowns like this on YouTube. You know, I would come.
Specific to the least desirable, but I'm in class having women who are coming from 7-figure households walking up to me trying to go out with me, trying to take me out to eat, trying to buy me food, trying to buy me clothes, basically trying to be a sugar mama to me because they're attracted to me. And
Here's the thing about these simps. I said before, earlier in my video, I had BWs back in Chicago say they can't afford me, offering to pay me, pay for my time, pay for my attention, which is crazy. Because, you know, this is something that men usually do, you know, old men, sugar daddies. But I had BWs who wasn't even making 7 figures. They were in the hood, actually. Say things like, oh, I can't afford you, you know. But they were dead serious at the same time. You know, say stuff like that, flirt with me. And I had BWs buy me pants, buy me shirts, buy me hats, buy me shoes, and I wasn't even dating them. So everything he's saying about these 7-figure non-BWs, which I doubt this is the case, because I grew up around women who came from 7-figure households. And I was invited in their house. I came in their house. I was in the basement of the house. You know, and their fathers, one of the fathers was the CEO of UAW GM, which is in downtown Detroit. You know, and I knew these women who came from 7-figure households in high school. So them talking to me in college was nothing, because I was used to it. But he's over here saying this, which is interesting because I know people that went to University of Michigan that played football. I've been to parties at University of Michigan. And I see the women there that come from 7-figure households, and they typically go for those type of men. Now, like Justice Hayes went there, football, for University of Michigan. He didn't even get that much PT. But those are the men, those are the women that those are the men that these women go for. But let's continue.
like me, but I turn them down because I'd rather just mess with the women of my own phenotype. You know, I love black women, so I'm gonna mess with black
So he turned them down. So if I turn a BW down, you got bullied by girls. But you know, he could turn a BW down by his logic, or a non-BW down by his logic. And that's just me. He doesn't want them. You see, this is how stupid these simps are. They're emotional thinkers, because that doesn't make any sense. Because if the same thing applies to him, then it should apply to anyone else who doesn't want a BW, which is the vast majority of the population. Let's continue.
I don't want to mess with white women. That's just not my forte. I'll get a white.
And when he said that's not his forte. But if you say BW's not your forte, then you hate black women, or you can't get a BW, or you was bullied by girls. You see how these simps think? You see, they're emotional because they say the same thing, but if you say it about BWs, then they have to draw conclusions to it.
Boys to the white women, but they come up to me because they want to take care of me on some weirdo shit. But I can only attract the least desirable women. Where 9 times out of 10, if we being real, he says he messes with white women.
9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10.
It's probably your fat, 260-pound, you know, double chin, triple roll, you know, love handle, fat feet, cankle having ass white bitches.
I gotta stop it right there because I gotta use this dumbass as an example. You know these dudes who say that, these simps who simp for BWs who say that. It's always funny how they walk in with these fat, 260-pound, 300-pound silverbacks with weave in their head. You know, hair, they're losing hair because they're putting so much stuff in it. Or they're on YouTube becoming femcels, subscribing to Krusty Cynthia, who this clown follows. I'm assuming he follows them. He's a part of the same group who worships this woman. Black woman's God. Krusty Cynthia's God. And these dudes are always the dudes walking with these fat, overweight black bitches. Always. Now I just had to point that out because I'm going to use him as an example.
Lice infested hair, they live in a trailer park.
Now it's funny he said live in a trailer park, but he said I grew up around white boys in the suburbs. You know, typically they do have trailer parks in some suburbs, but these are usually in rural areas. Trailer parks. A lot of times they are in rural areas. But based on what he just said, I wasn't even in the proximity of these white women, of these trailer trash white women. You know, the white woman I grew up, that he's talking about he's going to college with, 7-figure households, I grew up next to those women. So it would make more sense for me to be dating these women in high school, in college, as an adult, since I grew up around them. I mean, that would make more sense. That would make more sense if we're making assumptions. That would just, logically, that would make more sense. I mean, he's from Detroit. So if you look at Detroit, look at the suburb right outside Detroit, Warren, Michigan. That's white trash central. That's closer to him. That's probably all he dealt with. That's probably all he knew growing up in his little ghetto enclave with all these creatures running around, you know. Redford on the other side of 7 Mile. On the other side of 8 Mile, a suburb of Detroit, and then Hamtramck, which is in Detroit. All these are white trash areas. All these are trailer parks. All these are small homes. All these are white trash areas. Bloomfield Hills is not a white trash area. Rochester Hills is not a white trash area. White people there got money. Bloomfield Hills, Farmington Hills. Well, Farmington Hills isn't really a white area. That's kind of like a black area though. So let's not talk about that. Now, suburbs of Flint, where I grew up, it's not a white trash area. Now, they do have a lot of white trash areas in Flint, like Davidson, Burton, but that's not one of them. Let's continue.
All you gotta do is take him to a diner for a date. He probably.
So I need to find this clip on my phone. Let's see if I can find this clip and see where I go on dates at. Let's see where I go on dates at. No, I'm just assuming that the bouncer where I go on dates at, especially at the high class bars, wouldn't even let him get in. He couldn't even get in the bars I go to. There's a certain dress code that you have to get in these bars, these high end bars / restaurants that I go to. That I take my woman out to, the woman that I actually care about or I'm in relationships with. I'll even take a woman that I'm casually seeing to these places. But let's see.
He messes with those kind of white women. You know what I'm saying? These are just my assumptions, though. You know what I'm saying? These are just my assumptions.
He said these are just his assumptions, so he had to cover for it. So let's see what type of woman I get. Let's see, based on my assumptions, based on what I see on his profile, let's see what type of woman he get. Let's see if these women are the fat woman he's talking about. Just based on my assumptions, though. Let's roll the clip. So I met this girl back in Michigan recently. So I got her number, I got contact info and everything, got her gram, got her snap, and I got her number, of course. And so this is our text message, right? This is our text message from each other. So we were scheduling a meetup. She was wondering what drinks she wanted. What should I bring for drinks? And she said tequila. Laughing out loud, I say wine for the week. I can kick it until about 7. Now mind you, when I got this text message, I was at the gym. I was working out. I had to take a shower. I had to go back home and get dressed still. And typically incels don't get these type of messages, right? So I said, that's good. She said what she likes, what drinks she want. I got Ciroc for me. I got what she wanted. And I said, think maybe tomorrow might be better then. Now, the reason I said this was because I actually was playing basketball, and it went by pretty fast. Next thing I know, it's already 6 o'clock. I had to go back home. Could have took a shower at the gym, but I had to get my clothes because I want to look nice. I want to look real nice. I want to get my watch. My watch was at home. My earrings were at home. My necklace was at home. My cologne was at home. And these are things that you got guys paying dating coaches to understand online to get, which is something that is second nature. It should be second nature to most men, but you got guys online paying dating coaches for this shit. Wear a watch. This is how you put on cologne. This is what incels do. And they subscribe to people like this guy and the other people. Black men who can get the least desired woman, the easiest woman. And they look for them for advice. So I said, why not now? I said, I like to stay home Sundays. 3 hours. No, she said that. I'm sorry. Why not now? I like to stay home Sundays. 3 hours is plenty of time to kick it. So she was ready. She was ready to meet. She was ready to kick it, for 3 hours. Because she had things to do. She had to work on Sunday for some reason. But on Monday, I mean. But she works as a teacher. Or she went to the University of Michigan as well. So she said, that's just me though. She said, well, I'm ready to go, so let me know. And from then on out, we actually linked up Sunday. We had more time Sunday. I got the drinks on Sunday. We turned up and kicked it on Sunday. Now, he said that these women I talked to, and this is just one example. He said these women I talked to are 260 pounds. Now later in this video, you're going to see him say some more stupid shit pretty soon about Instagram DMs. So I'm going to show you my Instagram DMs after this as well. We're going to see what my Instagram DMs look like. Because I'm pretty sure people are going to say, oh, those photos are fake once they see these photos of this woman. Or they're going to say that some other excuse, But let's see if she's fat. Let's see if she's overweight. Let's see the type of men that we black men get. Let's see the type of men that black men like me get compared to the woman that he worshipped that I don't want. He get my rejects. But she doesn't look like she's 260 pounds to me. I mean, she's a fitness. She does a lot of fitness. She's obsessed with fitness. She's in the gym 4 days a week. You know, I went to the gym with her. I showed her how to do certain workouts. I do a lot of basketball workouts. I do a lot of boxing workouts. I showed her how to do those workouts to work certain cores or certain muscles in her body that she wants to improve. Now, she ain't trying to get muscular or anything. She's trying to, just keep her body thin and lose as much fat, and keep her stamina good. That's the type of workout she do. And the lower body strength, she does stuff like that, like her thighs and shit. But I was showing her how to do certain workouts. And I'm not even a personal trainer. I don't got a bachelor's of science, but I'm an athlete. I got a bachelor's of computer science, of science. Not a bachelor's of exercise science. Bachelor's of science. Because I'm understanding that I'm going to make money in this field. So I do this for without any, college education. It's just understanding it. All right? But even this picture, she clearly doesn't look like she's 260 pounds. But this is the narrative that this clown's trying to push. All right? But it was just an assumption, right? So we got to see the type of woman he get. No, we got to see the type of woman that he get. If we're going to go out laying out assumptions, we got to see the type of woman that he get. I think I should even call her. Or would that be doing too much? That'll probably be doing too much. I mean, if I make a video like this again, it's going to be much shorter and I might do it. But this is a long video. I think, like I said, I'm going to try to keep this video less than 130 minutes. 1 hour and less than 30 minutes. But I don't think that's going to happen in this video. I mean, this video is probably going to match the time of his video he uploaded. So I don't think I have time, or I don't think I should call her to spend more time. But, I mean, I can if I want to. Matter of fact, nah, I'm not going to do it. Because we only got a few more minutes. I'm already past the time of this video. But let's see another picture. And this is what he calls a 260-pound trailer trash white girl, which is funny because her parents, I don't know how much her parents make. I know they don't make like 7 figures. But she did go to University of Michigan. They paid for her to go to University of Michigan. So her parents have some money. Alright? Her parents have some money. Been to her house. She's my age. In her mid-20s. And she has a house that's probably bigger than this clown's house. In the burbs. In Rochester Hills. So I know she didn't get that money from her day job alone. Some of that money had to be inherited from her father and her parents. Her father and her mother, because there's no way that she can save up that much money, considering how much she make alone. Her father had to help her on something, some bills or something to save a lot of money to get that house. Because I was at her house. So these are the women I talk to. I don't talk to. She don't live in a trailer park. She never lived in a trailer park in her entire life. But these are the women I talk to. But I got more examples. Because he gonna bring up Instagram. So I'm gonna show the girls and I'm gonna show you some of the DMs that I got on Instagram. But let's take a look at the woman he got. I mean, this is just an assumption. As you can see, this is the woman he got. I've seen it on her Instagram. I've seen a comment on Instagram. I didn't really do too much search on Instagram. I just read comments. That's the only thing I did on Instagram. I'm like, I'm not about to search this man on Instagram. I don't got time for that shit. So I just look at the comments. And I've seen this big girl. It's always the guys that have big girls as women that they're seeing. I don't know if he's seeing, I'm just assuming. That have a statement, always making statements about black men with fat white women. Or I can only get a fat white woman. Or a trailer trash white woman. But this woman looked like she's overweight. She looked like she's fat. She's a single mom, obviously. And she looks a little big to me. That's all I'm saying. She looks big to me. So maybe we got a different idea of what overweight and fat is, because the woman I talk to is not overweight. Clearly she's not. But let's get back to the video, because he's gonna say some more stupid shit. And we're gonna have to use his dumb ass as the example again. So let's get back to the video.
Hating black women. I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not some nigga that builds a channel hating black women.
Hating black
I'm a
women.
nigga who comes on YouTube and tries to help other men, especially black men. Other men.
Whoa, stop right there. So, he said I builds a channel on hating black women. Now, he follows Crusty Cynthia G. He supports Cynthia G. I'm pretty sure. Right? So, Krusty Cynthia posts videos every day about black men. Am I wrong? Putting out false images of black men because she's a femcel and she got the bottom of real men. Now she's a single mom. Now she's blaming all black men for her poor decisions. Right? But if I make a video debunking what they really choose, and I title it What They Really Choose and What We Really Choose, which is basically controlling the black man image, the real black man image, that's hating black women. But he claims he's helping black men, right? Does that make any sense? Now, speaking of that, I'm probably going to put a video together either this week, today, next month, depending on what I want to spend my time on. Depends. Because I got a lot of things to spend my time on. You know, I got money to make, I got women to talk to, and I don't know if I'm going to invest my time in this today, but I might. It depends on the time. It depends on what I have going on. So I'm going to put that video together. The Real Seattle. That's what the name of the video is going to be. What They Really Choose and What We Really Choose. That's a topic for another day. But listen to how he just contradicted himself. He said he's helping black men, but he supports someone who talks about black men 24/7 negatively. Right? And why that's important is because he specifically said my videos is hating black women. Now that would be fine if he watched my videos and he considered it hating black women. I don't care what he think. But it doesn't make sense when I have a whole series on controlling the black man image, the real black man image, and interracial relationships. But he claims he's helping black men because he's an improvement coach, which, I mean, you got a lot of people who are improvement coaches. I mean, you got motivational speakers on YouTube. I mean, I don't know. But he follows someone who's talking about black men 24/7, cherry picking the content they want to do and only the negative videos of black men. But he's helping black men. Let's continue the video.
To come and listen to my content and get a lot out of it. You hear me? That's who I am. No, man, I'm just gonna toot my horn real quick. Niggas will pay money to look like me. Niggas will pay money to look like me, be built like me, have Instagram DMs for the chicks like mine.
We gotta stop it there. Say less. So it's funny how he said people will pay to have DMs full of women on his Instagram like him, when I have DMs full of women that are high quality, are women men want, are women all races of men chase after, you know, that they go for. And here's one example. No, I'm not going to be able to use all the examples because if I did that, I would be here for probably days because I have a lot of DMs. You know, I'm not here on YouTube trying to live a fake personality like this dude crying over BW videos, trying to pretend that I have all these women in my DMs. Well, I'm going to just show them. There's no point in arguing about this. This is going to be shown. This is perfect for my platform. This is a woman I met in Grand Rapids. You know, we kicked it for a little bit when I was in Grand Rapids, and I moved out. And I still talk to her to this day. Here's a text message that we had, the conversation that we had. I called her when I was back in Grand Rapids. Alright? I called her when I was back in Michigan, which was recently. It was this year. But I was texting her before I even got here, and she was trying to meet up with me. She said, when you're coming, hit me up. Now, these are the women that I have in my DMs. Let's see what she looks like. Because, you know, according to him, I can only get the 270 pounds, even though he got fat bitches on his comment section. So here's a picture of her actually doing a model shot in Miami. So clearly she's not fat. Clearly she's not 260 pounds. It said it would be the opposite. You know, she's thin. I like my girls thin. I like my girls lean. Like a lot of black men who date interracially. You know, like those fat BWs. You know, but according to him, you know, this would be 260 pounds. A trailer park white girl. You know, she's Italian. She's not even fully white. She's half Italian. She's half Hispanic. But to him, there would be 260 pounds. But let's see a video of us going to the gun range. Because I took her to the gun range recently. Went to the gun range. Had a good time at the gun range. Let's see a photo. Or let's see a video of that, actually. Let's see us going to the gun range recently. You know, these are the women I talk to. These are the women I date. These are the women I'm in relationships with. These are the women I lay up with. These are the women I go out with. Now, I don't know. I can't speak for him or the woman he go out with. You know, because I'm just going off assumptions, like he said. I'm going off assumptions on him. Here's another video. Here's another picture of a woman I talked to. This woman I talked to was in Washington State. Graduate from Gonzaga. In shape. Unfortunately, she's only 5 foot tall. This is a photo of her when she was in Queensland, Australia. So I got women that can afford to travel to these places. I got women that have some sort of money. Women that graduate from top D1 universities. These are the women I deal with in my day-to-day life. These are the women I go on dates with. These are the women I lay up with. These are the women I'm in relationships with. These are women I see regularly. And these are the women I promote other black men to replace BWs with. Because you can't have the least desired woman who have HIVs, who have STDs, who blame everyone else for their own actions, sit at home all day in their mid-30s, blaming black men for all their problems. When they got kids by different men, they blame strangers online because they got kids by different men. It's everyone else's fault. They made poor decisions. Those are the type of women that he wants you to date. You don't date those women, then he have a problem with it. So we got to flex on this bum-ass nigga in this video real quick by showing these photos because he said these women are 260 pounds, but these women don't look like they're 260 pounds. In fact, a lot of these white men are chasing after this woman. This woman is Caucasian. This woman is Eastern European descent. Okay, so these aren't the 260 pound trailer trash that he's used to. They're actually in better shape than the BWs that we see on his profile. The BWs in his comment section. And we can also get the BWs that I have that are interested in me too. We can get to them. We can show them as well in this video. So, matter of fact, let's show a message from them. Because I purposely matched this BW. I purposely used this app just to use this as an example to him. Now, I have some DMs from BWs too. Because I have some BWs, I was partners with for business. They got my Instagram, but I reject them. I turn them down. I got DMs of that too, but I don't know if I want to show all that in this video because this video is already long as it is. So I might not show that in this clip. But let's read this. Let's see the matches I got from her. So this is the woman that he go for. She went to Cornerstone University, which is in Grand Rapids. Development care specialist at WCS, whatever that is. No, she's getting her degree. This is her profile. These are the women that he go for, that he claim I don't get. But they're in my box interested in me. So I can meet up with this woman right now. I can go out, take her out, and I can leave her there. And, I can ask him to come pick her up, after I leave her for a non-BW. Just leave her there because she ain't got no car or something. I'll take my car. And that'd be messed up, though, wouldn't it? But it proved my point, though. See, these are the women I reject. These are the women I don't want. These are the women he called queens, right? These are the women I can't get, right? These are the women that bullied by girls in high school, right? This is the woman that he lusts over, right? This is his preference, right? This is his type. This is the woman he kiss ass for, right? But for some reason, I can't get these women, but they're on me. Just like they're on a lot of men. A lot of men don't want them. So we got to flex on him and use his dumb ass as an example. This is what these dudes do. They get mad when you get women like this because they lust over women like this. They beg them to date them. No other race of men have to beg these women to date them like these dudes. These pathetic incels. And the incels who follow him. Let's keep looking at her pictures. I think that's the last one. Yeah. So that's the woman I deal with. That's the woman I'm in a relationship with. Those are the women that I reject. But let's get back to the video. I just had to show that real quick. And I got Instagram DMs of chicks. You see, this is what happens when you got a bunch of incels on YouTube who have no father. They have no men to follow. They have no influences. They have no one to look up to. People like this can do whatever they want. They can exploit these idiots. Like the dudes who follow him, dude who dick ride him, make videos about other men because I made a response to my video talking about they doing drive-by. Those type of dudes. These dudes allow themselves to be vulnerable to being pimped by other men. But let him continue.
Niggas will even pay to have women in their live stream chats. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will pay to look like me, live a life like mine. I don't even like talking like that.
This is how pathetic these dudes are online. Like, they come online and get women. Like, come on YouTube to get women. I'm going to talk about that later. Let him continue talking.
I don't even like talking like that. But I have to sometimes. Sometimes you got to just let niggas know.
Talk this slow, man. Hurry up.
Sometimes you have to let niggas know. Niggas just hit YouTube and cam up and not be called ugly by some women who just come across the live stream. Niggas wish they could have their own face as their profile picture on YouTube, but they can't because they know they ugly as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's ironic he's using one of my most loved pictures by the ladies trying to cook me. I find that very backwards. It's like, bro, if any women come across your channel, watch this video and see what I look like, they gonna come straight to my channel, my nigga. And I'ma just...
Like I said earlier, that's what's pathetic about these dudes who come online trying to get women or getting women. Motherfucker, I don't care how many women come to your page. I can go to South Beach right now shirtless. I approach women in real life. Take a picture of me on South Beach shirtless. Post it on my Instagram story. Have at least 30 messages. At least 30 messages for a woman. I don't care how much woman you got on YouTube. I don't rely on YouTube to get women like most of you dudes do. I actually approach women in real life. I go to bars, I go to clubs, I pick women up there. I get women contact info, I get their numbers, I get their gram, I get their Snapchat. I get women, I meet women through friends. I meet women through colleagues in college that I attended. I meet women through work, through my career, through business partners. That's how I meet women. Or I might just meet a woman, I might even meet a woman just walking in the mall. I don't usually do that, but I'll approach a woman in the mall. That's how I meet women. I use dating apps as well. I got banned off Tinder because I was getting too many matches when I came back to Michigan. When I came back to Michigan for a little bit to visit, I downloaded Tinder app again, and the app got deleted because I was getting too many matches. And I'm not gonna lie, I put something in my bio on Tinder. They say Tinder is a meetup app, and I put something in my bio related to something physical. It wasn't too explicit, but I was getting so many matches. They have an algorithm where if you're a male, you get a certain amount of matches. They think you're fake. If you're a female, you get a certain amount of matches. You're gonna have to have a higher amount of matches as men because men, usually get less matches than women do. Women get way more matches than men. But I was getting too many matches for the average man, and so they deleted my account on Tinder. That's crazy. So I don't rely on YouTube to get women. That's why I do not care how many women watch you, how many women watch me. If you look at my content, it's not an improvement coach. You know that because you watch my content. It's not a dating coach. It's not how to get women. I don't show my face because it's irrelevant to my talking points that I use on my platform, you dumb motherfucker. I'm not using the YouTube for the same thing you're using YouTube for. I'm using YouTube. I will use YouTube and create a separate channel to help black men, who want to start their own business and invest and stuff like that. Improvement, all that stuff. But that's not what my channel is for on this one, as of right now. So, what you're saying about women in the profile is irrelevant. What does it have to do with my channel? And this is what these dudes do. This is why I gotta use this dumbass motherfucker as an example. They come online, they come on YouTube, and they brag about the woman or the woman that's watching them. Nigga, I don't give a fuck how many women watch you. I don't care. I got women in real life. I got women that I lay up with in real life. Why would I care about another man on YouTube? How many women he got in his comment section? Listen to how dumb that sounds. Why would I care when my content isn't even in relation to dating coaches or anything involving how many women is in your live stream? That's not even what my content is about. And that's how stupid this motherfucker sounds. But he's so happy to have a woman subscribe to him. Even though I live this lifestyle, women flocking after me. BW flocking after me turning them down. It's so special for him to have a woman come to his live chat and come to his videos and subscribe to him. Motherfucker, I don't care how many women come to you. If I make a video on you, I don't care if you get 1 million women commenting in your comment section. Of course, you're probably going to get women commenting since my videos, specifically BWs. You're going to get BWs on your videos. Cheering you on because my content exposes them. Dumbass. So that's probably why they're on your profile. Dumbass. I don't give a fuck why they're on your profile. Dumbass, because it doesn't have anything to do with me or my content. But continue.
Have another subscriber, in the chat box, talking shit out of my head.
This was about to get interesting. This is where it's about to get interesting. He said niggas can't afford to have the hat he has on his head. Let's see how much the hat is on his head.
In this video, Yeah, that's in a cold wall hat. High fashion streetwear brand. Paid about $180 for that hat.
So he just cooked himself because your value is dropping every day you wear that hat. You're not going to be able to sell that hat for more than $60. I can guarantee you. You're not going to be able to sell that hat for more than $80. I can guarantee you. Matter of fact, I'll give you $100. You're not going to be able to sell that hat for more than $100. And you paid $180 for it. Now here's what's interesting about that. This is what's real interesting about that. You got a $180 hat, but you got a sterling silver necklace. What is this, nigga? A BDMS collar? And I'm not even cooking. I'm seriously asking a question. What the fuck is this? Seriously, what is that? You got a $180 hat with a sterling silver necklace on. You see how dumb this motherfucker look. So let me show you a picture of me. Matter of fact, since y'all want to see my face so bad, I might show a picture of that because it's relevant to this talking point. Let me show you a picture, if I can find it, or a video of my necklace. Because I got 14 carats, I got 24 carats around my neck. That's what I wear. I don't got a sterling silver necklace. My 24 carats, my 14 carats are between $1,000 and $10,000. I can take that back to the gold. I can take that to a gold store right now, the jeweler, or I can take it to, I'm not taking the pawn shop, because pawn shop rip you off. I can take it to them, or I can take it to the plug, the Arab plug, and I get the full price for it. But even if I take it to the jeweler, or I take it to We Buy Gold store, I can get at least 90% back on my 14 karat and 24 karat necklace. But he got a sterling silver necklace on. And he's talking about he got a $180 hat, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Your hat is $180. My necklace is $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. The other one is $7,000. That's how much it's worth. And possible that gold value may increase over years, especially as gold deteriorates, as there's less resources for gold. So you're over here talking about this hat, but you got this necklace on. Now, is this a platinum necklace? Nah, that doesn't look like no platinum necklace. I highly doubt that's platinum. And this is how stupid this motherfucker look, really. Talking about $180 hat. A $180 hat. That's how much my diamonds in my ear cost. That's how much the diamond in my ear cost. That's how much the diamond in my ear costs. Singular, not plural. So you can pretty much say that it's close to $300 for both the diamonds in my ear. And you're bragging about a $180 hat. That's interesting. So he says I can't afford the $180 hat he has on his head. But I have a Gucci watch that I only wear about 5 times a year. That's worth $3,000. Platinum. But I can't afford a cheap ass $180 hat that he has on his head. That was funny because I can take this back, like I said, to any jeweler and I get the full price for it. Or I can at least get 90% of the price. He can't do that same thing with the hat that he has. That's $130 or $180. You can't do that. This is only a watch that I wear 5 times a year. I don't even wear it that much. I have an Apple Watch I wear most of the time. But if you're going to get on YouTube and talk about a $180 hat when you don't even have a watch on, you got a sterling silver necklace on, and I have to use your dumb ass as an example because you're just stupid. But this is what you got on YouTube. Now, in this picture, you see 14 carats. This necklace is 14 carats. This necklace is worth around $1,400 or $1,300, between that range. I could take that back and get the full price for it. But I can't afford a $180 hat. But you said the math doesn't add up. Well, the math doesn't add up for this either. I can't afford a $180 hat, but I have 14 carats around my neck. That's worth more than anything you got on. That doesn't add up. Now let's go to this picture. Now this is my face that I'm not scared to show. I have my face on my explicit profile. But I want to use this as an example because these are the beats that I have. These are the old beats. Now, when I got these Beats, they were close to $200. But he's talking about $180 hat. I have Beats on my ear that cost around the same price, about $190, about $180 when they first came out. I've broken my Beats 4 times throughout the years I had them. I have 4 different Beats because I broke the other 3. Every time I bought new Beats, they were $180 or between that range. Some of them were $200. Some of them, the cheapest Beats I ever had were $140. But I can't afford a $180 hat. It doesn't make any sense. You know, as you can see, my beard connects as well. This nigga doesn't even have a full beard talking about voices. Nigga, grow a full beard first before you talk about my voice, at least. I just got out the barbershop when I took this picture. Now, the mall had a barbershop in it and also had a gym inside the mall. So I was in the gym when I took this picture and I was wearing my Beats, which are very convenient when I work out. They're very convenient for when I work out. But I can't afford a $180 hat. Now, this is my car. Now, if you go back and go watch his videos, one of his videos, he had his van. He has his SUV. But this is the first car I ever had. I have a Tesla now. This is my Chrysler. My Chrysler was worth about 30, I think it was about 30,000 or something near that range. But I can't afford a $180 hat. But I'm driving cleaner than you were when I was in my 20s, when I was in my 19, 18. I was driving cleaner than you were, but I can't afford a $180 hat. Doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. But let's continue. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna wrap it up real quick because I've been out here for a long time. He said some stuff at the end of the video. I'll just address that at the end right now, just to make the video a little shorter. So, he said that if I died tomorrow, nobody would find my body. They would just chuckle. You know, talking shit at the end of the video. They would just chuckle. You know, that's funny because if he died tomorrow, you wouldn't even have to have a tombstone over your grave, bitch ass nigga. You're not even relevant or worthy enough of a tombstone with your name on it. I mean, at least the woman you worship, the woman you praise, Crusty Cynthia G, will have a tombstone that niggas could piss on, at least. Ironic how she made a video about R.I.P. Kobe. What was it, last year? Yeah, last year she made a video about R.I.P. Kobe. That's ironic, though. But he's simple for her. On the other hand, you won't even have your name on it. If this dumbass had her funeral, the bitch that would show up, the bitch wouldn't even show up to this motherfucking funeral. Crusty Cynthia wouldn't even show up to his funeral. Only people that would be there is his mama and his dad. That's how much of a waste of sperm this nigga is. So I can understand why you got 2 hours to make a video. Like, you go to school for exercise science. The fuck is gonna notice your dead body? Who the fuck is gonna notice your dead body? Bitch ass nigga. Who the fuck is gonna notice your dead ass body? Besides your mom and your dad. Not even these simps would notice your body. These people online that you think care about your bitch ass. Shit, they got a divester profile. This is why I don't defend black men as a collective. I only defend SYSB and black men like me. Black men who have my mindset. You know, free thinking black men. Because waste of sperm niggas like this be better off, you know, in the grave because they contribute to nothing in society. The fact that you're going to school for exercise science and you're claiming that if you died, you'd be worthy. If I died, I wouldn't. But I have money to pass on to my people. Even if I had children today, I have money to pass on to them. I have a net worth. This motherfucker died tomorrow, his organs will be worth more than him because he has no net worth. Motherfucker drives a white van. It looks like a white SUV. Like, it was in 2004, 2006. Like, it was made in 2001, 2002. Somewhere in that range. But it wasn't made after 2015. You can tell. But this nigga wouldn't even be worthy enough. The nigga would have no net worth to his name if he died tomorrow. The fact that you think anybody want to be like him. That he thinks anybody want to be like him. I mean, I'm good. I'm not sure who he's referring to when he makes those comments. I mean, I'm a black man in my mid-20s. Slightly over 6 foot. Got a computer science degree from a D1 college. From one of the best colleges for computer science. Former D2 athlete. I have one of the residents in one of the most expensive cities. Highest income cities in America. Now, I'm planning on buying a condo out there too. Once my lease is up. Have 2 side businesses. One is a Turo app, which is basically where you rent out your car. my Chrysler that I paid off already. I'm renting out that car, and now I own a Tesla. It's ironic how I own a Tesla, and he was renting a Tesla for high school and prom. For high school prom, he was renting the Tesla I own. So you need to learn his place. Because you can't talk all this shit, but you're renting cars I own. Stupid. But for some reason, someone would pay to be like him, pay to be lower in society. No, he's like a peasant. He's a peasant. Alright? And I got other business where I have software where I do business with other black men who will write software for other clients. Other clients, this is a money. This is tech industry, one of the highest paid industries. And I have women lined up to me. I have women lined up for me to choose from. I'm in great shape. I mean, seriously, there's nothing I want. I don't see nothing that anyone want from this dude. Nigga had the right connections, I'll probably be the first bachelor. If I'm keeping it 100. Under 30, black man making over 100K, a degree, former athlete, over 6 foot. I mean, let's put all the jealousy and bitterness aside. I'd probably be the first bachelor if I had the right connections. It wouldn't be Matt James. If we're keeping it real. The fuck I want to be like you for, bitch ass nigga? What the fuck anyone want to be like you for, bitch ass nigga? With all these facts taken in consideration at least. Just a thought. I mean, that video speaks for itself. The evidence in the video speaks for itself. And once again, this is why you shouldn't pick fights with people on YouTube, random people, because you sent for BW and you disagree with the content. Because this is the result when we pick fights with people before you do your research. Before you actually know who you're talking to. You know, you gotta use niggas like this as an example when you do stuff like that. Just picking random beef with people. Like he did me. Because I don't know this bum. I don't care about this bum. Like I said, if he died tomorrow, nobody care about this bum. He won't even have a name on a tombstone for his grave. But it's just an example. Had to put this sweet bitch in his place real quick. I think that's all I gotta say though. Ain't nothing more to say. Videos, the pictures, the evidence speaks for itself. I'm out.